Welcome back, everybody, to One Piece with the Nerd Herd. Today we are on our 7th episode, which is really awesome. In our last episode, the group learned a little bit more about Jackboot and some of the different journeys that she went on. And as such, they were recruited by an old acquaintance of Jackboot known as John Cabbage. And the group went over to Ghoul Island to help out the residents with a very dictatorial race known as the Helheim. A species that looked very similar to that of Jackboot, or at least on his mom's side. As the group journeyed there, they were tasked with going into the Underdark, a special realm of the undead, to retrieve a crown of the evil Helheim Queen, Scarlet, in order to get her help. Oh, that's a nice little notification there. All in all, the group managed to, they at first did retrieve the crown. Jackboot destroyed the crown. And as a result, the group managed to escape the Underdark, and then were tasked with stopping the betrayal of John Cabbage as he sent a total of 6 pirates from the same crew as Meyerson and Ingenji to capture the group, as they all have bounties at this point. But obviously that did not happen. Our group, the Navy, managed to win, and where we last left off, Meyerson and Ingenji confronted Beckett and Spade in their respective living quarters. Well, Spade and Meyerson went off to a forest to fight.
Did you say they confronted them?
Yay. But before we find out who wins in those individual 1v1s, we're actually going to have a little bit of a flashback going way back to Citadel City, now the main outpost of the new Navy, and where Richter and Rufus happen to be staying. After their little mini-adventure at Watchtower Island, Rufus and Richter dropped off the 500 arrested individuals from way back on episode 5 when they stopped the last auction. And we are actually going to find out how many new recruits have occurred since episode 6 till now. So, the way that this is going to work is 1 to 10, add 1 0 to the end of the roll. 11 to 20, add 2 zeros to the end of the roll. 21 to 25, 3 zeros. 26 to 30, 4 zeros.
Are we going to roll for their average hockey level?
No. I will
roll
say,
a 30 for
I
their
do
average
plan on
hockey
having
level.
individual, named characters within that group be eventually revealed, but I'm not gonna be this is every anyways, we're gonna find out how the I forget how many guys you guys sent out there to do recruiting, but we're gonna find out how many recruits ultimately were recruited. 13, add 2 zeros to the end of that. That is 1,300 recruits. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. That's still, that's a pretty large group. So, where we open, Richter and Rufus sit at Citadel City, overlooking these multiple new ships arriving at the docks every single day. As Citadel City is now home to the new Navy, it has now been broadcasted and new recruits are coming in on a constant basis. Not many, but over time, 1,300 have arrived, along with most of the recruiters that Paul sent out from the last episode. Rufus, as you and Richter stand there on the docks, overlooking the new recruits, sending them out on specific training missions, trying to get everyone installed into this, into your new organization, Richter turns to you. He goes, "Hey, Rufus, mind if we go on a walk real quick?
Absolutely.
I want to talk a little bit." The two of you stride together. You guys' overcoats, matching overcoats and kind of matching Navy uniforms, flashing in the sun. As you guys approach, you guys kind of leave the outskirts of the city, and you guys begin to walk uphill toward this, I guess I would call, what's bigger than a hill but smaller than mountain? Is there something in between that? I feel like there isn't.
Pretty much just goes from hill to mountain.
Hill to mountain.
That would be
A large hill. I'll just say it's a large hill. And as you guys approach, Richter turns to you and he goes, "I've been doing a lot of thinking, Rufus. I was thinking about how you managed to have an imprinted map with hockey on your back. And thinking to the discovery that you have the capability to gain 35 hockey, it occurred to me, I don't think your father had anything to do with that map being on your back. I think that was all you. I think even at the age that you were at, like 8, I think after seeing the map so many times in your youth, with your pure hockey capabilities, you managed to imprint it on your own back, which is quite a feat if you ask me. What I'm getting at is, Rufus, I think you're a lot more powerful than you or anyone else gives you credit for. And as your cousin, and also a member of the new Navy, it's going to be my job to get you to become more powerful. Did you read that book I left for you on your ship along with the tickets way back when?
Oh yes, I've given it a browse.
Excellent. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of a review, shall we? And he pulls out the same book from his overcoat. You're not going to ask how he got it. He's a skilled thief. He knows how to get things. Mm-hmm. And he opens up the pages and starts looking through it and he goes, you recognize the book, Way of the Seastone Fist. The capability of using martial arts to be able to defeat a user of devil fruits and possibly even be able to take their ability to have devil fruits away. A very powerful ability. Right after he pulls that book out, he goes back into the folds of his overcoat and he brings out a second book. This one is labeled The Way of the Time Fist. And he throws that one next to it. And he looks at you and he goes, I'm going to train you in both of these. The capabilities that you're going to unlock from this training idea I've had for a while will make you an extreme benefit to the Navy. And maybe a key to actually defeating the Pirate King. Not much is known of Barry since he disappeared those 10 years ago, but I can only assume that he's gaining more power than once, he actually became Pirate King. And as such, we need this kind of power more than ever. So, let's do this, shall we? And he kind of gestures with his arm out wide. And Rufus, as you look out, you notice, if you're familiar with How to Train Your Dragon, like the movies, you know how they have those like really cool kind of like Nordic, seaside cliffs. Mm-hmm. They have those rocky outcroppings, and then there's like pillars of like stone just out in the middle of nowhere. When you look out, you can see some low-lying clouds kind of like overcast over these pillars. And Richter looks at you and goes, he drops a pack down on the ground and goes, this is food supplies for 2 days. Rufus, I want you to look at those books. And I want you to study every aspect. You've got a good brain. And know that you're capable of doing it in under a few minutes, if necessary. I want you to learn everything you possibly can about the Way of the Seastone Fist and the Way of the Time Fist. From just reading it. Not seeing how I do it. I want you to find your way over to one of those rock pillars. Stay there for 2 days. Train. And once those 2 days are up, I'll come back up and we'll see what kind of progress you make. And from that point, we'll see how much of a help I can be. I know you might be thinking, why is this necessary? Let me tell you something, Rufus. You and me, we don't have devil fruits. We've sworn off of them. And in this day and age, people like Quinn or people like Spade rely on the devil fruit powers to be able to access a new level of power level. Making them, one of the most powerful beings. Or trying to beat people in those rankings. You think of fighting in an unorthodox way. And I think that if you master these martial arts, you'll be able to amplify that.
It's true. I do wish to stop fights before they occur. That's the easiest way.
Exactly. And if we were ever to encounter a powerful Yonko, for example, someone like James or Krongle, although no one's really seen much of Krongle since the Yonko War, we need a secret weapon, to be able to dispel their ability to not only have devil fruits, but ever have devil fruits ever again. And this is the only way to do it. And I've learned a lot of the ways, but I don't have the hockey level in order to be able to instill my will into it, you know? Anyways, I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you in 2 days.
All right, brother, cousin, bruz.
We need to
I'll see what I can do.
All right. We need to come up with like a name for like a brother and a. I think we're basically brothers at this point. Let's just call it that. And Colton, could you pass me the dice real quick?
Nope.
Awesome.
And so the session ended early.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Episode over. Episode 7. One of the worst episodes ever.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll twice, one for each day. We'll see where you get. And this is basically kind of like what's been going on for you while they were all on the island.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they do their fights, we'll kind of like, and once everyone gets back, we'll kind of like all coalesce on what's going on. So for the first day, let's see. A 14. You spent most of the first day reading and digesting all the content. By the time it got to the point where you were willing to like attempt the movements, it was too dark to see. And rather than, fall off this rocky pillar that you installed yourself on, you decided to wait until the next day. And we're going to find out how well you managed to progress on the next one.
I would say for day 2, maybe intelligent. Or was I? Is that my character class?
I think
thought
yours was
intelligent
intelligence.
tracker.
Yeah, you're intelligent tracker collector. So yeah, I would roll with an intelligence bonus for sure. 6. The second day there was a storm. And when the storm hit, the winds like almost blew you off of the pillar. And you had to basically leap your way back onto the mainland, and you had to hide amongst the trees so you didn't, get swept off into the ocean. Not exactly ideal, and something that all right, Spade is now dead.
No, he's
No one
He's
saw
alive.
that, but
No, he's alive.
Colton just doomed his own character.
not.
I am now fighting to kill him. All right, so but yeah, unfortunately, you don't make much progress thanks to the storm. We'll get back to that.
Never happened.
Bro just had the worst training arc of all time.
Yeah.
Well,
You're in the process, but like,
You're in the
I
process,
have
but then you
plans.
fail.
I had on the off chance that was going to happen. I have other things. But anyways, now from that flashback, we go back to the main thing at hand. 2 1v1 fights. Okay, how do we want to do this? Go back and forth, or do we want to do one at one time?
do one at one time. I'll go last. Eric can go
Okay,
first.
so Eric versus Njinji.
He's been waiting.
Eric, you're kind of like, you were woken up from your slumber by Njinji, who labeled you as Beckett a fraud. And as he stands there, sword on his handle, on his blade handle, he looks at you, emotionless, waiting to see what your first move is.
As I'm still sort of in the process of waking up, I'm just gonna do some basic stretches. Not really impressed by him. As I raise my arm above my head, just get a good stretch in. It's the problem with you kids these days. Always thinking you're something you're not. Well then, let's get this over with, shall we? I'll be nice. You can get 1 free hit. Just for you.
Alright. And Njinji is going to use 8 30s. And he is going to attempt to strike you. And dependent on how successful the hit, I'll go into detail about what it is. Because like I said before, I have written down named attacks for them, because I feel like Njinji and Meyerson are like named enough characters at this point where they deserve it. So, here we go.
To roll a 1.
80 plus whatever this is, 26.
Oh.
So let's see, 80 plus 26, that's 106. Let's count how many 30s that is. Let's see, wait. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. of 5. I believe that's 11.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I decided to have it go so hard. How many 30s do you have? You have 10, right?
Yep.
Give him like 1 or 2 free 30s.
For reasons, yeah. I would say I'm gonna put this have it so you go to 1 HP, but I do have a plan.
That's fine.
So let me pull out my phone, which I forgot to put on a charger.
And Genji took the liquid glass that was on your side stand and dumped it on your face.
You are now
triggering
melting.
the emergency response.
Yes. Okay. With one hand on the handle and one fist on the ground, he begins to like have this eerie smoke emit from his body. This is a technique that you've only heard of, never seen before in your time. For One Piece fans, this would basically be a Form 2 maneuver. Or Gear 2, sorry. Something that Luffy used early on in One Piece. And Genji locks eyes with Beckett. And he looks at you and goes, I'm not a kid. I'm not someone to look down upon. You know why I call you Beckett a fraud? Because you are exactly what is wrong with the old Navy. Really, Beckett, all I see before me is a pathetic old man. Arrogant. Expecting everything to be handed to him. Expecting that all these battles where he looks down upon an enemy can be won with just his fists. All I see before me is a nobody, really. You know who really did give me a better fight than you? And as he says this, you didn't even see it before. He stopped smoking and he has sheathed his blade and begins walking away. And he goes, you know who really did give me a good fight? Alexander. Your son. Actually, I would even say Moira, his wife, your daughter-in-law, gave me a better fight than you did. You just had to stand there like an oaf. But actually, I can think of a couple more names. And with that, he begins to list off a series of 20 Marine names. I won't go in detail to how many there, like every individual one. But you recognize every individual one. As all 20 of these names were people that you were close to growing up in the Navy. People who died under suspicious circumstances. What? Okay, anyway, I'm so glad we don't have a camera because I don't think I can describe what just happened.
Mysterious circumstances.
Oh man, mysterious circumstances. That I know. All of them were
That
beheaded.
is the closest I've gotten to cussing in my entire life.
All of them were
Holy, oh my.
What word am I using for? Butchered. As you didn't look too heavily into the files as, you know, being a Marine, it's natural for a pirate or an assassin to be involved in the killing or hits on different military officers. You never thought to put 2 and 2 together that all 20 happened to be just related to you. In fact, one name stood out to you. And that was Billy Wilcox. He was your Sengoku, so to speak. Your best friend. And a very strong combatant. One that the two of you would go on many adventures together, and you guys would also be able to pull off like insane like hockey duels. You never had to hold back with him. When you heard of his murder, you were shocked. You thought to yourself, there's no way that someone was able to get like sneak up on him. But you being you kind of forgot about it as time went on, thinking someone just got lucky. You never thought that someone skilled just beat him in a 1v1. Just like how Genji just beat you. Virtually. And Genji continues walking away with the last thing you hear. You do have an opportunity to try to strike out, but I will say, thanks to what's about to happen, you probably won't have much of a chance. As he goes, I've decided to go off on an experiment. And I have my reasons for hating you so much, Beckett. I don't feel like sharing what those are now because I want to run an experiment first. I want to see if a Fords, specifically Beckett Fords, can survive without the only two things he cares about. His fists. And as he walks away, you look down and all at once, in an explosion of blood and pain, you feel slices all over your body. And you watch in real time as one by one fingers begin to go off and your hand begins to be cut up like a sushi restaurant. And you are left with nothing but stumps for arms. And you are brought down to your knees. And as you sit there kind of like in shock, you just witness Genji just stopping just outside your hut. And he turns and he looks at you. For a man emotionless, or a fish man emotionless like Genji, you see just a faint smile on his lips as he goes, I'm very interested to see how this experiment goes. See you later, Beckett Fords. Until we meet again. You still have 1:30? And he begins to walk off. But when he does that, that's when you notice, like, completely, he sheaths the blade and your entire house spirals in a slice motion and the roof is ripped off and the hut begins to just collapse on top of you. I'm gonna give you a chance. You have 3 turns if you want to try to fight him. You're at 1 HP. Technically, it would be an absolute elimination since he rolled a 106 attack against you. Quite a feat that you're still alive, but...
He hit you hard, huh?
But, I'm going to give you this opportunity. I'd say probably if you can't get any roll 25 and up on this, like, these 3 turns, if you want to fight him, then he's just going to walk out.
See, usually a man in these circumstances would stay there on his knees and he would crumple down in despair, fall apart and not know what to do. But Beckett Fords is not that man. And what everybody on the entire island would feel is the feeling of his temple opening.
Ooh.
And where somebody taking away his most precious weapons, his fists, he would actually laugh. He would start getting up as the temple opens, laughing his heart out. Ah, boy, you really are a fool. You think these hands mean anything to me? Let me get you one thing straight. You're right. These hands of mine are precious weapons. But these hands are not something that you can get rid of. And as he smashes fists together and his hockey robes form around him, his fists come back as pure hockey. And with all 3 30s, I'm going to smash him with the same technique I used against the Blaymore brothers. Mm-hmm. Creating a hockey lightning fist and doing my best to smash it straight through him.
Alright. all three 30s, or you mean your last 30 and then all 3 turns?
No, all 3 turns.
Okay, all
That's
3
what
turns.
I meant.
All right,
Yeah.
plus 6, plus 5. That's 11. You're stubborn, right?
Yep.
That's a plus 2 to that. There's a 13, and then
I would
Mentor
argue the
bonus.
bonus is double, like a +4, because of what he's doing right now.
just rolling with a 13. I mean, I could give you an additional plus 2 for cinematic purposes, giving you a plus 15, meaning that if you...
Please do.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Just in case. Okay.
25 plus 15? Dang. And Genji's walking, and as you say this, when you start laughing, actually, like, if he had hair, the back of his neck would, like, kind of curl, like, kind of spike. You know that feeling of, like, ugh. Mm-hmm. He turns, and he seems still unfazed, and he looks up, and he sees this massive fist, and it slams down on him. And then Genji, at the last second, pulls up his blade, and but it doesn't do that much, considering how much pure destructive force that is. Slamming him down in this crater just outside your hut. Everyone around would be able to sense and hear and see at this point
Wait,
what is happening.
How much health was Genji on? Like, he sacrificed 8 and he just took 3.
Bro.
And Genji crawls out of the crater and he spits up immense amounts of blood from his mouth. Oh. Okay then. You're a lot tougher than I thought, Beckett. You're a lot tougher than I thought. With one arm, he pulls out his blade and he stabs him to the ground, giving him some leverage, and he pulls himself up. I'm gonna be honest. I really thought I had your number down. But I guess this is a fight I can't win on just one attack. Part of me wants to just finish the experiment right now. Part of me wants to behead you right here. But no. I think you're lying through your teeth, Beckett. I think that once I leave, once you have time to process, and you think about all the people I've killed, all that I've done, you're going to ask yourself why. And you're going to think what you did that caused me to be created.
Probably not.
Monsters don't just happen on their own. And Beckett-4's, if you're so callous, if you're so idiotic to not consider that, consider why your own son had to die because of something you did. Beckett-4's, you're no human. You're just as much of a monster as I am. Until we meet again, Beckett. Think on that. And then a puff. I mean, you see the after image of Genji as he disappears into the night. And just as you do that, hordes of people come running from where there was a massive celebration going on. Dr. Spectre runs up to you and he grasps you and he goes, Beckett, what is going on, man? What happened? As you are just blood is just pouring on the ground at this point. Mm-hmm. It's a very gruesome sight.
Oh yeah, it'd be bad. Oh yeah, it'd be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as considering the amount of injuries, I'd say at this point you probably are forced to be taken down to the ground as Dr. Wolf puts you down and begins to start throwing on some bandages and starts trying to call for more help and more people to help.
Wait, no, shh, don't. Don't bring it up. Okay.
Just keep going.
I hate
Keep
you
going.
Keep going.
Anyways. I'm not going to have him roll for it, but I will say it's going to take quite a while as they begin to try to help you as best as they can. And with that, a quick yet cinematic battle. We go to the second one. That being Meyerson versus Spade.
Oh boy.
As
Alrighty.
you stand there, Meyerson puts one hand on his side, and it kind of like puts his other hand up to his forehead and goes, when was the last time I had a 1v1? It's only happened 4 times. You should consider yourself highly honored. I just don't do this to everybody, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of
Okay,
bored.
stop your talk. Okay, so let's not fight here because we're gonna cause a mass destruction, and I kind of have friends here, and
yeah.
Genji's here. So let's go on a different island, straight across.
We can fight in the fort. I mean, like
No,
the fort.
no.
The force is quite big. I mean,
shut up. Okay, and then I'm gonna just like I'm just gonna like all the way to a different island.
dice.
To a different island.
He might just be like, never mind, and just start trying to attack you as you're
Nah,
leaving.
he'll honor it. Plus 20 bonus.
All right, plus 20.
Plus 20 honor bonus. Try.
Try on the
Depending on
honor
what it is.
roll. Try on the
F
honor
you.
roll.
Plus 20 honor bonus.
I'm just gonna give you that 17. It doesn't matter. Sure, you go across to a different island.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my list of like attacks and stuff.
Bro has to be very, very like discreet. Or not discreet.
Descriptive.
Descriptive. Yeah.
All right.
I can't talk.
Well, better start descripting.
Yeah.
All right. Starting off the fight, it would do the cinematic thing where like the wind's blowing. It's like blowing Meyerson's hair, and it would be like blowing my cape. And then it would do the thing where it does like where it shows both of our eyes like locking, you know.
Exactly.
And then it would do Spade doing like the, and then he would do the thing where he's like hovering off the ground, and it does like a ton of different hands. And I'm gonna be like, your move first. And I'm gonna be like, I lied, and I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
Like you're gonna set it up for like a bunch
with
of
a ton
attacks,
of
and then you
hands.
just ignore
Yeah.
with all the hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so double for a bonus.
I made sure to do that. Oh.
Oh, that hit the chair. It hit the chair, bro.
That was probably gonna be the best roll I would have gotten me in the entire fight. Okay.
18 plus 5. Is that an 18?
Yeah.
So like a 23.
Yeah.
All the hands come forth, and he literally does the and he starts like dodging. He goes woo, and a couple of them like land some significant blows. One across the face, and he does when it like hits him across the face, it like hits, and he just does the grin like as he's funny. He goes, oh, this is gonna be fun, and he begins. That's when he like leaps up, and he does like a leapfrog on top of them, and he starts running up them, and he starts running up your one of your mini hands that you created.
Spade's gonna do the smile, and it's gonna be the perfect. This is part of my strategy all along. And then, while I'm using one hand to like hold the hands, I'm using my other one and finger gun him with my repulse.
Ooh, I see you.
Okay. Is that plus 10?
Yeah, it would be 24.
Okay.
You do that. And he literally when you do the finger gun, it does the thing where it goes through and cuts his hair.
Yeah.
Now remember, he has like long hair, so it does like a weave, a whole thing of hair like falls out, and it does a. Oh, I just had that straightened. You're gonna have to pay for that.
Like,
You'll hear from my. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
And that's when he begins. He does the thing where he starts like running, and he starts running on all fours like a friggin' animal. And he starts running, and he begins galloping, and he increases in speed, approaching very
Spade's
quick.
just gonna be like, and then he's just gonna touch the ground with the shatter to do like the earthquake sequence.
Oh, classic. Oh, bro. I don't know why I keep on rolling it that way. I have like this. That's 5. 5 plus 5.
Okay.
You
10.
you
That
hit
one.
the
That
ground,
one.
and it does the thing where he goes, "That's all according to my plan," and he leaps up with this like his limbs kind of elongate, and that sounds really disgusting because as far as you know, he does not have the Nika, so he should not be able to do that. And he leaps forward, and he hockeys his fist, and he slams the ground, and doing his own earthquake, it literally hits you. Just not enough force to deal some super big damage, but it's enough to like throw you backwards, your cape billowing off into the wind.
Okay.
Now it's his turn, I believe.
Yeah.
And Meyerson's gonna look at you, and he's gonna smile, and he's gonna be like, "Well, like I said, I'm not gonna be holding back, so I'm going to try to go all out." And he does this like form with his hands, and depending on how high the roll, we'll see if he actually manages to do anything. 16. He begins with the 16. He shows it off. His hockey beast, a massive serpent, the size of a great beyonder. And as he does it, it literally does the thing where it's just a silhouette with the red eyes. As he kind of goes, you look at it and you're like, he's a monster. No, and he's just like, he like just stands there on like one leg and he kind of goes, your move, Spade.
Okay. I got it. Okay. It would do the thing, like, in my mind, like, it would do the Armin thing where I'm, like, talking to myself, Cordell, and then he would do the, I can't face it head on. He'd be too fast. And then I would smile and do the, interesting strategy, but okay. And then he's gonna be like, repulse, roulette, teleport, ooh. And he's gonna touch himself and teleport himself to a random location. Like near him, obviously. Oh, okay. But hold up, I'm not done yet. Let me look at my moves.
Oh, bro, it's cooking right now.
And then
He is cooking.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like diamond, air slash, ooh, and I'm gonna like use my hand to like send like tons of like shards, like super sharp shards, diamond shards, and just like spread them out.
Okay.
Plus 10.
You teleport in front of him, and he does a and you like send out the knife, and he does the thing where he kind of like blocks them all, but then you're like right there, and he does the as you just like show up right in front of him. His eyes get large.
I'm gonna shattering hug.
Ooh.
Are you
You're taking him down to 3 by this point. 18. Okay, the plus 5, 23. You grab him in the bear hug. And now is it his turn? Or do you have one more?
I have one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he literally just like
We do the thing where it's slowly like starting to peel off skin. I'm gonna use my repulse to try and repel his breath out of his body. Like what's his name? Is it here?
Is that a thing?
What he did. Well, I mean,
I think it would work. If you can take
about to
pain
say.
out of the body, you can take air out of the body.
Alright, well. Okay. You literally repulse. Okay, so here's. I guess just with that high enough of a roll, you're going to make a discovery that no one was expecting, because there's a very specific reason why I'm like. When you hit him with the repulse, you send him flying, and he does the thing where he rolls.
Yeah.
And when he rolls, where his chest is, you see like some steam kind of emitting from it, and you hear a and he looks down and he goes, oh my. Looks to me like you just made a discovery that no one was supposed to know about. Well, as far as... Well, I'm one of the 5 robots. I'm from the same lineage as Xbox Man. I was created right before... I was created right before Xbox Man. The perfect specimen. This perfect specimen was created. I'm number 4 of 5. So, air doesn't exactly revolve. It's not really.
Oh, that's kind of.
We can just say that it happened because of my shattering hug, and that's why.
Well, when you did the repulse, you hit him in the chest, and I'm saying that his chest is now indented with your hand.
I'm gonna be like, then I take it in Genji's one too.
In Shinji? No, and Genji's actually just a normal. Genji's just a normal fish man.
Ridley down-talked.
Okay, now he's upset because you Ridley down-talked him.
No, he's not. Myerson would laugh.
Well, that was not
going to
good.
get plus 2.
Yeah, he would laugh. He would be like, "What?"
Okay.
So he's a
It's his
robot?
turn now.
Yeah.
He's going to use two
Just like
30s.
Yeah,
which
he
you already.
was
Fruity for
He's,
a robot?
I unironically.
Exactly perfect.
I unironically
That's
am keeping him at the amount of health he was at from episode 6 because you guys dealt a lot of damage to him, and this is literally right after that. So he's on very limited health right now. That's why he's only using 2. All right, plus 20. He's going to attempt to use a named attack. We're going to see if it's successful, and if it is, then he's actually going to pull it off.
The bang attack.
14 plus 20, that's a 34. He literally rushes forward, and as he leaps forward, he just kind of goes, time for the blanket of death, and he pulls out his sleeping bag, and he stuffs you in the sleeping bag. He goes, get in there. Get in there. And then he picks it up, and he literally like runs over to the water.
I was like, what?
He runs over to the water and goes, forget this, you're gonna die. He just throws you into the ocean.
Bro, what is he supposed to do about it?
Hold up. All right.
You're
All
flying
three rolls?
down.
Alright.
And then you literally like anyone else that would be watching YouTube Mario, so literally.
Guys, never forget Barry
No, hold on.
Crunch, who literally just learned how to swim.
No, hold on. This is Marson.
Yeah, Mario's
Okay.
just literally like running.
Hold
There.
this.
He's like.
As I'm about to hit the water, I'm gonna use all 3 rolls for this. I'm gonna be like, when I'm about to hit the water, I'm gonna be like, does he not realize there's a reason why I brought him to a different island? And then I'm gonna like try to use my repulse to like shoot me back up into the air.
Dang.
And then I'm gonna be like, this is my plan all along. And I'm gonna like clap my hands, make a ton of different hands, and I'm gonna try and like cover the island with them. And I'm gonna be like, shatter, shatter, decay, and try and like blow up half the island.
What? That would be.
All 3 rolls, strategist bonus, devil fruit bonus. Yes! Let's go, baby! Suck it, Myerson!
That's a 46.
That's what I'm talking about, baby! Turn me up! Turn me up!
He literally would do the thing where Mario's just like running and he goes, I did it! I killed Spade! And then he does the, and he like looks and you literally are in the midair and you're literally like, shatter, shatter, decay. And you like hit your hands and he like literally looks and he goes, ah! And he like has a billion hands slap the outside of the island and this massive decay force of destruction slams in, and for anyone else nearby, you would hear like this. You would hear the explosion of half an island just getting destroyed, and as Myerson literally like turns around and goes, he would literally do the and he'd be like, it's impossible. You can't just, and he literally gets blasted backwards.
It's his fault for literally doing
And
it like that.
you-
Bro said, I want an honor fight.
He literally,
You don't bring your needle.
He
I won't use my...
He flies backward and he lands on his feet as his like hair's going off, and he turns off to the left, slam, gets hit with like a bunch of like rock and things being flung around. He like spins around, bam, gets hit from the right. His
jumped
legs
by
get
one
taken
guy.
out, his head gets smashed, and he rolls over and he watches like a chunk of his around his eye just kind of just burst forth, and he begins like static electricity as his like fake eye comes rolling out, and he looks at him and goes, oh. Okay.
You know, Myerson, I didn't want to do that. That's why I brought you to a different island. Because I knew you weren't going to play fair. I mean, look at you. You're a freak. No one likes you. You have no friends. Just like, you're not even a real person.
Spade. Who are you to talk to me about?
Kill yourself.
He kills himself. No, he literally stands there, and that's when he just goes, well done. That was a good fight. I'm gonna go sleep now. And he like throws
Okay.
his sleeping bag over his back, and he goes, next time we fight, it'll be when we're both at full strength.
Okay, wait, also, where'd you get the sleeping bag from?
I just bought that off of eBay. You know, and then as he does that, he literally does the thing where like you're in midair and you're literally and you look behind you, and like in Gingy's like when you made the decay. Imagine like there was an island, right? You pushed the island down, shoved it forth, and on the side there's still some pillars left of the old island. And Gingy's standing on one of them, like holding his chest like this, bleeding from his mouth. And he like just pauses and he looks at you, and you're still in midair, and you're like looking, you see him, and he just kind of looks at you, hand on blade, and then Myerson goes, and Gingy, take me home. I'm tired. I want to sleep. And
I'm gonna look at Genji and be like, the geezer got you, huh? Didn't he?
you should see him. I suggest you return to your friends.
And I'm gonna.
And with that, Myerson bundles up in his sleeping bag, and Gingy
I'm gonna
picks
throw
him
the
up.
syringe at him.
All right.
I'm kidding. I'm not going.
Yeah.
to.
Okay. Yeah. And Gingy like picks him up.
I'm so tempted, but Genji's also there.
You also left it on the other island, so.
No, I had it with me. Don't worry, I set it down. Oh yeah, you're right. I lost
Yeah,
it.
you did.
Okay.
And with that, technically you won. There's some ifs, but you just have one of the strongest feats that has occurred at this entire.
I literally told
season.
Eric when we were watching, I was like, I'm just gonna go for a feat. I'm gonna bring him on another island and just destroy the island.
That's so freaking awesome. All right, well, that's that. Back to the village. You head back there and you see Beckett on his back with just covered in bandages from head to toe. At this point, everyone other than Rufus is there, so it's up to you guys to decide how you guys plan on proceeding after this.
I would pay no mind to Beckett. I'd look at him and I'd be like, he'd get better.
I'm gonna talk to the geezer. I'm gonna be like, I won my fight. How did yours go? Okay, and then I walk away. I'm kidding. Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell the geezer how my fight went, and then ask him how his went.
It went well. Honestly, it's kind of boring.
Valid. Mine was cool. I just destroyed an island.
I mean, he kept talking about, like, taking my fist or something, like it mattered. Like, I don't know. I think it's just kids these days, you know?
Yeah. My guy was kind of annoying. He literally said for an honorary fight, and then proceeded to put me in a sleeping bag and throw me into the ocean. Like, who does that?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely the definition of fair.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll just kill them next time.
Yep, I agree.
Alright. From there, you guys finish your party with the locals who have pledged allegiance to the Navy. And it's up to you guys.
How
to
many
decide.
of them? I don't want any of them to feel obligated to be here.
They're not following you, but they're willing to support you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember last time when we saved them from the evil queen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I was just like, I remember specifically being like, don't feel burdened to help us, but if you want to, do.
I'm gonna talk to Quinn Cook too. I'm gonna tell him the journal thing that James gave me, and ask him how I should approach the situation. If I should how I should encounter him to try and get my devil fruit back.
Meyerson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there we're gonna work a plan.
Rolling for the strategist bonus. Bro's formulating a plan. You are horrible at it. Alright.
Bro's not good.
No,
I
6.
thought it was Quinn, but it was actually Craven.
Yeah, you were talking to Craven, and Craven's like, what if you just throw a bunch of yogurt at him? I think Meyerson's the type of guy that would like yogurt. Specifically orange creamsicle.
Oh,
I have a whole bunch of that in my room.
That's the
Put him in
worst
the brig.
yogurt.
Put him in the brig.
That's
Yeah, arrest him. All right. I'm assuming you guys are planning on going back to the ship then.
Oh, I'd already be there.
Yeah.
All right. Then at this point, as GM, I will announce that both C4 and Harry have actually recovered from their injuries, and are now able
Finally.
to walk around and do things normally. And while you're on the ship, you get a call, Quinn.
Bang.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
Hello?
Hey, Captain Cook, it's me, Richter.
Oh, hey, Richter.
Not to rush things, I don't know exactly what your situation is. I'm happy you managed to pick up. We kind of need you over here in Citadel City. There's a couple of things going on that need your overview.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's basically the main place right now. So I'll be over as soon as I can be.
All right, sounds good. Not to spook you or anything like that, but there is someone that's been waiting to talk to you. Someone very important.
Ah, well, let him know I'll be there in about a week's journey.
Oh my.
I actually have. Malka, how long will it take us?
No.
It'll take us maybe a couple of days. We need to stop by and get some supplies. Cookie says we need some more wine.
Who is cook? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Okay, we'll be there in 3 to 4 days.
Awesome. All right, see you soon. I need to go check up on Rufus. There was a terrible storm here. All right. Talk to you later, Captain.
Bye, bang.
All right. And with that, you guys have a 2 days journey to get back to Citadel City. Anything you guys want to, any interactions you guys want to do with the NPCs, now is the time. Spade.
Train sword fighting with Kangoro.
Ooh, all right.
Once more.
25.
I got 28 last time.
You roll to train with him, and you're looking around. You're like, man, where's Kangoro? And you hear a, take it from the top, guys. One more time. And it's Harry. And you hear a, ooh, for the longest time. And you walk down the stairs and you see Kangoro, Tony Kellogg, Allie, and Craven, and all four are singing in a barbershop quartet with Harry conducting, and they're going.
Spade's gonna be like,
yeah, and when you walk down, kid literally pauses and goes, "Oh, my bad. Training, yeah, we can do that. Harry, I'll talk. We can do some more." And Harry looks at me and
Oh,
goes,
wonderful! The
Ken,
actual musician wasn't invited.
Ken, you know you were going a little bit flat. I need you to work on the scales, or you're gonna help me with the paperwork that my dad gave me, okay? And Ken goes, Ken like puts his hands and goes, my bad. What? Why are you scolding me? Owlie was literally off for the last 3 measures, and Owlie literally shrugs and goes, and Harry just kind of shakes his head and goes, Owlie is literally here as the base. He's keeping us center and focused. It doesn't matter if he hits any wrong notes. He's an owl bear. He doesn't know how to sing.
valid.
And then King Goro like looks over and goes, shouldn't we be asking the fact that, number one, why is he wearing a fake mustache? And second of all, how can he even understand time signatures? Or singing, for that matter? And then Harry just shrugs and goes, we don't ask questions when it comes to Owlie. Isn't that right, Owlie? And Owlie goes, and then King Goro goes, let's go train. I hope you don't mind. I asked Malka and Rock and Apollo, the usuals, that they're willing to, do you want to make this a regular thing? I can have you on there. I'm also helping Harold a little bit, too.
Sounds good.
I can schedule in at 2 p.m.
I just beat the crap out of Marston.
Oh, nice. Did you? I heard you destroyed half an island.
Oh yeah, no, I could have destroyed the full thing, but I didn't want to
If you don't mind me asking, why? If you could destroy half an island with just your fist, then why do you want to learn how to use swords?
Because he has the nullification fruit.
Oh, smart thinking. You're a smart man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Strategist bonus.
Oh, yes. All right, let's do this. And you guys begin doing some work on that. Any other interactions you guys plan on having? There is one NPC that wants to have an interaction with a PC. If no one has any other.
I mean, I'm gonna. Can I go first? My first one's gonna be real quick. I'm just gonna be like, Harold, they're training, and then I'm gonna kick him and have him train with Spade and Kangoro and Rock and Malka.
Fine. I was gonna do it. I was helping Heath clean the floors.
You're gonna get big and strong.
I know. Rock and Malka actually gave me a training resume. I don't know how they expect me, being 12, to be able to do it.
Well,
but
can I see it?
Oh yeah, sure. They literally did the training regimen that they do, so like they're lifting exorbitant amounts of weight, but they just gave the exact same copy to him.
We'll do it together, and then we go down to the barbell.
Yeah, you're literally helping him hit reps. He's lifting 450.
spotting.
He's trying to lift 450.
Get one more!
I literally can't lift 450 pounds. I can't do that. And
But
Rock's
in the
like,
background, you see Spade with 5 tons with like 20 hands being like,
yeah. He's like, hey, that's cheating.
I'm just.
If he can do 5 tons, you can do 400 pounds.
He cannot do that.
Craven like walks over and starts throwing some mangoes at Harold and goes,
Hey,
think about it like
Craven?
this. Hey.
Craven, shut the F up. Get out of here.
Whoa! And you literally see him like turn around the corner. You see like Owlie like start beating him up in the corner.
It did the dust cloud.
Yeah, like Owlie literally jumps him for no reason. They just start fighting. All right.
And then, sorry, just one more thing. I'm just gonna, with my last son, I'm going to drop off my paperwork by his office, and I'm going to, him and I will both share a bowl of toothpaste tuna porridge as he gets some paperwork done.
Dad, I was looking over some of these documents, and we seem to be missing some cash flow from the other day. It looks to me like Cookie took a little bit extra for himself. I'm not sure exactly what that means.
How much extra, my son?
Yeah, 2,000. He took 2,000.
Yeah, if it becomes a perpetual thing, let me know, and we'll sort it out.
Okay, it's been going on for like 2 days. I think maybe he's just getting some extra wine for himself or something.
I don't think that's what he's using.
I trust Cookie enough.
And then you turn and you see Craven's there and he's like looking at some of the documents and he goes, I don't know what any of this says.
I just death stare him.
He walks out.
He gave me a tattoo.
Alright, Jack.
Alright. So, Jack Boot goes and finds Rufus and says, I have 3 barrels of crap. Want to help look through them? I hold out one of the barrels of random assorted
bits of weapons and other things that I got at the auction.
I hate to be that guy, but Rufus is technically just not there because it's on the
I'm
way.
so lonely. My friend Rufus is not here.
It's like it would be funny. You could call him on a Dendon Mushi and he's just there on the phone.
Ring.
Bang, 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 bang.
I pick it up.
I wish I knew what a Denden Mushi was.
All you can hear is howling wind. I can't say very much.
That's fantastic.
Wait, but through the thick wind and fog, all you can hear is
And then just like waves crashing.
And you just hear like lightning and you hear like
What?
Say it again.
That's gonna be so much louder.
So
Waves.
You just hands up right after when you just go.
since I can't find my actual collector friend, I find my son. I grab.
Oh yeah, he's currently in his room. The door is closed.
Okay, I open the door without knocking.
And Heath Slater is currently wearing a maid outfit, and he looks at her and says, I can explain.
I close the door and I go back to the room where I have my barrels. What? And I'm going to. I would like to roll to sort through this barrel and see if I find any useful stuff.
I just. Oh my. Top 10 most things I never wanted to hear. What? 12. You're looking over and you're at this point you're really wishing that either Rufus was there. You think to yourself you could ask Tony Kellogg, who's a tinkerer, or maybe C4, who's an explosive expert. They're known to mess around with junk. But as you're looking over, nothing specifically stands out to you. You see potential. You see that you could build things out of it, but you don't see anything that stands out as like immensely useful to you.
Okay. I don't specifically have any bonuses when it comes to building things, so I really am going to have to find somebody.
Spectre's probably good with his hands.
True. He'd probably just find, he'd be like, you're going to get,
Tetanus?
tetanus.
Yeah. He would. He is that guy.
Okay, I'll end my interaction.
Alright.
Okay, can I do one more interaction?
Sure.
I'm going to walk into Heath's room.
Oh no.
And he's gonna be wearing the same outfit. He's like, hey, Captain.
Hey, manager of the cleaning boys.
Hi.
Hi.
I can explain.
No, don't worry. I know that you had some interesting hobbies. And I actually came here to ask if I could be a part of one. And then I pull from my lapel pocket and I have the figurine of me. And I'm like, do you think you could help me? I want to make one of these for Harry, and I'm thinking about adopting Harold soon. So I want to make one with Harold. Then I also want to make Owly one because, he's kind of like my surrogate son in a way. So I know, I'm basically only looking at your face right now. But
Yeah, I'm glad.
okay. And maybe we can, try and, fuse them together to, be, not one figurine, but, many as one.
Like there's a series I know. It's what's it called? Bionicles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could do it something like that where there's a bunch of pieces that fit together and
Perfect.
it would work.
Yeah, let's try it.
We could do this another time, please.
Oh. I mean, I can grab a piece of wood and put it under my eyes and over my eyes so that way I only have a specific field of vision.
What if you look down to see the figurines? Because you're gonna have to have a.
I promise, just looking at the figurines. Is that all right? Can we do this? I feel like I want to do this now. I want to give my boys a treasured memory.
Yeah, I could teach you some things.
Okay. And then I with my devil fruit, I close most of my eye except for just enough to be able to see what I'm doing. No peripheral.
Ken Goro walks in.
No! No!
With Tony Kellogg.
No!
Malka.
Oh no!
Apollo.
No!
Rock.
Oh
Harry.
no! Wait, I'm so confused.
Harold.
No,
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. And like all five of them, like the first five, like walk in and they just see this, and like Ken Goro goes, Captain, just wanted to let you know that we're almost there to Citadel. City.
You guys don't have to be weird. Come on. Don't be weird about it. Each man has his own hobby. Even if it's weird, it's whatever.
Cleaning is his job.
He's doing something on his own time. I'm sure you guys have weird hobbies to do on your own time. Don't look down on someone because their hobby is a little bit exotic.
They all like lock eyes with each other, look at you, look at Keith, and then just slowly like they like just turn around and they just walk out of the room. When they turn the corner, they literally you just hear, "What the?" coming from like.
And he just like slowly closes the door.
Do you have a lock on that? Did I ever give you a lock?
No, this is a closet.
Hey, boss. Shinchin Maru drank some of the cleaning solution again. He's gonna open the door a little.
And he just closes it.
Well, then you also hear, "Hey, Heath, Heath,
Who is this?
it's me, C4. Just wanted to talk to you, buddy. I got some new things I wanted to show you."
Give him a moment.
"Oh, sorry, Captain. Sorry, my bad. And you hear him like dropping some things, and you hear like a small like, "Poof, poof. No, those were for oh."
And he just
No! Oh, Vice
He
Admiral!
just opens the door. He's like, "It's fine. Hey, C4, what do you need?"
Whoa!
Yes, we're
Whoa!
Oh, he's wearing a maid dress again.
Hey, yo.
bro.
Dude, that is hilarious! If you pay me $20...
Delete those.
How many did you take?
30?
As your captain, rip them up.
30.
He starts ripping them up slowly. He goes, "I just wanted to show you some new explosives I made. I thought they were really cool. Sorry, Captain."
Yeah, get out of here. You can interact with Heath at a later moment.
Wow, the boss looks cool even in a maid dress.
He starts taking pictures of them. He starts taking pictures of like the different guys.
3.
Spade's been at the door for the entire time. And no. He'd be like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Then he leaves.
All right, and with
All
that,
right, I turn to Heath and I'm like, we're gonna get you a better room.
Yeah, because this is.
You need a lock.
actually, let's be honest. Your guys' ship has no privacy. Craven literally just walked into.
We're
people's
gonna,
room.
you know what? We're going to specifically make your room have a lock, just because I don't know
But
if
while all this is going, Spade is getting screamed at in the kitchen by Jack Boot while he was trying to learn how to make biscuits, but then he set the entire kitchen on fire.
He mixed the biscuits too hard. Those are some overmixed
So-
biscuits.
The story behind this, Captain, if you remember, my room was assigned because there weren't really any rooms for the mop boy.
Oh yeah, we lied.
Oh,
At the time, we didn't really.
so I'm in a closet for no reason.
Well, we didn't understand that you would.
Wait, this has been closer the whole time.
We didn't
I
understand
forgot
that you would
about
actually
that.
give us a tactical advantage. We thought you'd just be, you know, the guy who cleans up the toilet. But I've come to realize that you're actually a pretty vital, important piece of the crew. If you went missing, half these dimwits don't know how to use a mop. I don't even know if our ship would be clean. Plus, there's the added fact that you have contributed in combat, supposedly. I've never seen it, but I've heard reports of it. So let's upgrade your room.
Thank you, Captain.
No problem.
I kind of appreciate that. It's
definitely a backhanded compliment.
yes, of course, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not a wholesome person. Unless I'm in the eye of the public. That's where I'm at.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness! All right, last interaction before you guys reach Citadel City, because obviously you guys are going to be working on that for most of the day. Beckett, you're in the medical ward, just like absolutely bandaged up, and Dr. Spector's sitting there and he's like stitching you, and he looks over and he goes, Beckett. You know, I thought that you were kind of immune to even getting injured, like at all. Honestly, from the reports I heard, they nicknamed you Stonewall in your cadet academy, right?
That's correct.
You know, I respect you a lot, Beckett. I think you're one of those guys, that despite not saying as much as everybody else, you know, you're an old soul and you appreciate the Navy for what it really stands for. And I can get behind that. Us old guys need to stick around, you know what I'm saying? We need to stick together.
Well, somebody's got to teach these kids how to live.
Tell me about it. I'm so worried about Captain Quinn and his kids. I just can't help but see the young version of myself in him.
Quinn and Spade will do alright. After all, even after these fists fail and I can't move my body anymore, they'll sure to be carrying on my legacy. And if they can, I'm certain my Johnny will find a way.
Yeah, you're Johnny. Did you read the newspaper recently? And he like pulls out and goes, well, now you can't really hold it, but look at this. And he shows you a picture, and it's a picture of Johnny alongside a mechanical monkey. Large. And they're seeing like shaking hands, and the front headline is Aberration Confederacy adds to the Seraphim Society Board of Directors to its forces. And it kind of goes in. The article goes in depth that the Aberration Confederacy seemingly is gaining more and more followers and support. Now it seems like most of the Yonko Cogsworth's forces are kind of combining, as the two Yonkos seem to be solidifying their alliance as one force. Bro.
Interesting.
But yeah, as they're looking at that, you hear this clomping noise, and you hear a whoa, and you watch a C4 comes rolling down the steps, and a bunch of like little like firecrackers and stuff go off as he just like his bag like opens up and falls everywhere, and he continues to roll, and he stops just short of the next staircase that leads down to the cellar where his first off Bommy is his emu, but also all of his his bigger explosives. And he looks over and he sees it and he goes, oh, Vice Admiral.
Howdy.
What happened to you?
Just went on a walk.
Oh. Well, I don't think there's many walks where you can end up without hands.
Then you haven't been on enough walks, C4?
Guess that's fair. I have, my legs were both broken, so I haven't been able to walk for a while, but yeah.
Yo, how about you go on the next island adventure, buddy?
I like that. Vice Admiral, check this out. And he opens up his case and he pulls out this larger kind of bomb ship thing. On it, it's labeled FAM, but it's spelled F.A.M, like an acronym. And he goes, I have been perfecting this immaculate explosive device.
Oh.
It works as both a firework, but it also works as an explosive at the same time. The explosion occurs, and then the fireworks are shot off from the top. And then it's a magnificent light show both on the ground and the sky. Sorry. Anyways, he puts it back in his bag and goes, I hope you start feeling better. And then he looks at Dr. Spector. Dr. Spector looks at him. They both nod. And then C4 runs back down and kind of... You watch as he stumbles again. And you hear a beep, beep, beep. And then you hear Paul and Eric from downstairs being like, C4, what are you doing back here again? Come on, man. We're trying to do inventory. And you hear C4 go, sorry, Paul. Sorry, Eric, guys. Look, I'm just trying to, enjoy my time here. Can you please move out of the way? Why do we need all of these stacks of crates and food? And then there's a pause, and I go, well, Cookie was getting all that kind of stuff. And then there's a pause, and then C4 goes, I feel like we can just move all of that. I want more room for my explosive. Please? There's a pause, and then you hear a... And then Paul and Eric start giggling, and they go, man, it's really fun running over people with this car. forklift. I don't mind mind playing.
We just ran over C-4's.
They just ran over. Paul and Eric wait, let go fast.
Just Paul and like unlock conqueror.
No.
I just rolled a 29 for Paul to unlock conquerors.
All is awkward.
What about Eric? Eric does not have conquerors.
That's a 3.
Paul has conquerors now.
Alright. Now you guys reach Citadel City. And as you guys approach, I'm gonna do an issuing 2 more rolls for your training, but with a +5 and then with a +10, because Richter would show up and he'd do more extensive training with you in person. So, first roll, 15 + 5, that's a 20. So you actually make progress, and you get all the beginning steps down for both. The way the Seastone Fist is very strength oriented. It's mostly reliance on just physical strength, and it's kind of like a combination of like the speed and skill of boxing, in between with some other stuff like mixed martial arts. The way the Time Fist is much more speed oriented, and it's about illusion. The idea is you're going faster than your enemy can perceive, but to them it looks as though you are moving slow. That way you can close the gap with an opponent and be able to hit them long before they can register it. And then this next one, this last one, a +10 to this one. That's a 20 +10, that's a 30. You pretty much master the way of the Time Fist. It is now, you are now able to use that whenever you please. The way the Seastone Fist is going to require some more training to be able to expel someone's devil fruit capabilities. But you have pretty much all of it memorized. So you can train on your own without anyone being there or without the book. The city is in an uproar. People are running around as they see your guys' ship approach. Trumpets are blaring, and now if you remember, Citadel City is like quite a dark place, but new spotlights have been installed, allowing for a lot more of a lighter atmosphere, as everyone kind of goes, "It's the captain! The crew has come back! The crew has come back!" And people begin to flood and wait on the wait as you guys pile out of your ship and approach. Richter and Rufus are both there waiting for you guys. Without missing a beat, Richter approaches Captain Cook and shakes your hand and goes, "Nice to see you back, Captain. If you wouldn't mind, I got some stuff for you and the guys."
Sounds good.
Follow me this way. And he points the way and he heads over to the site of the old auction house. Now what is the word I'm using?
Reimagined?
Rebuilt?
Refurbished, yeah. Refurbished, where it is now a naval headquarters, complete with a lot of like detail gathering, a recruitment office.
Reimagined would have worked there.
Sure.
Do we have staff?
Yeah, you guys have staff. You guys even have a secretary over there. And as you guys approach, Richter gestures to like a smaller room and goes, "The new meeting area is there.
Do we have a Secretary of War?
That's actually me.
Declare war on Myerson and Genji.
Declare war on the crew?
No, just those two.
Just those two.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get the posters out and I'll get the bounties out there.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. If you wouldn't mind, there's someone over there that wants to speak with you.
All right.
Question, Captain. Would you ask King Goro to stay on the ship, or would King Goro be with you? Because this is going to be...
On the naval base?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume everyone would come with me.
Perfect.
Because this
You
is
guys-
our homeland.
Right. As you guys approach the meeting area, a figure sits there. Important. Stoic. On the older side. You don't really recognize him. King Goro definitely recognizes him, as he's stopped in the middle of the room and is just staring with his eyes large, but he hasn't said anything.
I think I know who it's gonna be.
The figure kind of just stands there and goes, "Captain Cook."
Hi, I can't really see you, but...
Oh, my apologies. And he takes off his hood. You still don't recognize him. It's a much older man, similar in age of King Goro, but he goes in a raspy voice, "My name is Archangel Grant. I'm a member of the Gorosei."
Oh, whoa. Hey, Hey, pleasure to meet you. Someone get this man chicken wings.
And you hear from the background, you hear like people scrambling, and someone goes, "The captain wants to give him chicken wings."
Give him a cup of sake as well.
No, give him some sake. Come on. And like they like kind of rush in and they give him some stuff, and he goes, oh, very nice, thank you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Double the sake order.
Thank you. That's all. But anyways,
Triple the. I'm kidding.
he looks at you and goes, I'm visiting under extreme circumstances. As you know, the Gorosei all serve under Johnny Fords. And Johnny Fords is very much against the idea of you guys existing. But I have qualms with him. So much so that Archangel Grant is actually an alias. Just so I would be able to get into a position of power. One that Johnny Fords would, put me in and trust me in. So I would have enough political power to do as I please without raising any suspicion. I was once known as another name. And he turns and he looks at King Goro and goes, one that King Goro over there would know. I used to go by the name Lucifero Morningstar.
I knew it! Oh my goodness. I knew it was Lucifero, bro.
Back in the day, I went toe-to-toe with the now Pirate King Barry.
Yeah.
I was thought dead long ago, but I survived my injuries.
I knew it was Lucifero, dude. Oh my word.
I've heard legends of you in storybooks.
Really?
I always think of your old friend Jackal.
He beat Chainsaw Man.
An impressive feat.
Indeed. Gonna get everybody beat Chainsaw
To have been
Man.
there. To have experienced the hug of the Pirate King. Well, future Pirate King.
Bro.
That must
He
have
called
been
me many names.
a special
Special nickname.
moment.
He really insulted my intelligence.
Well, you must have been really stubborn for that. He seems like a guy who would only get mad if you were really a stubborn person.
Oh, yeah. Anyways. He turns and he like looks at you and he kind of he kind of like just puts his hand on his chin and goes,
Lucifero.
Captain Cook, can I trust you?
Nope. It depends on what you wish to trust me with.
There's going to become a time where I'm going to turn on Johnny Fords. Myself and my forces. When that happens, I want to know that I can rely on you to help me take him down.
Mr. Morningstar, I'm glad you've come here to converse upon this, and the idea of the naval takeover is something that I agree with. However, I'm not a man in tune with the violent side. I realize that Johnny Fords may be stubborn, but I feel as if there's no need to go the violent route. I feel as even if you go the violent route, he'll just bolster up his forces once more. We just need to make our presence known. Be a better version of his navy. That's how we'll get it done. We'll rival him in morality. We'll rival him in action. And he'll have to come to face us.
He looks at you and he goes, well, I don't mean exactly attack him anytime soon, of course. But you have to understand something. Johnny Fords is not an idiot.
Oh,
He's
I'm
going to
aware.
know that his time is ticking at this point. There can't be two malevolent monarchs of sorts. There will be a time when he's not going to sit around and let you guys bolster your forces any longer. And whether you want it or not, there will be a war. What I'm trying to get at, Quinn Cook, is if I, and he pulls out a folder and he throws it on the ground and goes, can figure out that Jacob formed an alliance with you. Won't be long before other Gorosei, more loyal Gorosei, will find out for themselves. When that happens, intrigue will be cut short, alliances will be demolished, and Johnny Fords will begin taking names.
Well, my friend, I'm not one to initiate such an act. If allies are to be taken out, allies of mine are taken out, or if they come to me and start a squabble, then I'm there to finish it. However, I do not initiate violence. If the time comes where people under my umbrella of protection, or people that I have aligned with, get stomped on, then we shall arrive.
Very well. He stands up straight and he sends out his hand, to shake it.
Big sturdy handshake from Quinn Cook.
He goes, I'll wait to hear from you again. When the time comes, I find you a reliable sort. I think this new Navy, is in good hands, so I wish you the best of luck in future endeavors.
Thank you, sir. Men, send him away with a gallon of sake. It's the best pain med.
Gallon.
Well, all right, thank you.
You'll need it. I can see that you're in constant pain, mentally and physically.
Well, that happens when your lungs are filled with poisonous gas for...
You probably shouldn't have doubted the future Pirate King.
Without a word, he just kind of stands up straight. He kind of gets straighter, he just kind of and he just walks out and just shaking his head as some other guys are chasing it with the sake, and he's starts running away get away from me, I don't want that. And then they're like, come here, wait,
Get him at all costs!
Oh, get him at all costs! And you watch outside the windows, the entire village starts trying to stop him, and he's like, just wait!
Make him run really fast, he's not able to breathe that well.
He starts hobbling because he's 65, and he's unable to outrun the horde that lift him up and with the gallon of sake and bring him over to his ship.
All right, men, carry him on there, set him down nicely.
What is going on?
Anyways, as you see that off, Richter kind of with all you guys in the room kind of goes, well, if it's all right with you guys, I know you guys just got back from a tiring adventure, but we have no time to rest. And he throws another folder, and this time covered with pictures. And he turns on a very old-timey projector, and he starts showing off some pictures. He goes, I hope you don't mind, Captain, but I took some precautions to make sure to be kind of your guys' mission organizer, helping you guys,
Of course. If you find ways for us to be productive, go ahead.
Absolutely. All right. This island is known as Nuke Town Island.
Oh! I love Call of Duty, so that was really awesome.
As he starts putting the pictures on, you notice C4 begin to kind of look at the pictures with a raised eyebrow, and then he begins to kind of he puts his hand on his head where the scars are, and he goes,
Looks right up this guy's alley.
I think this is my home island.
Makes a lot of effing sense.
And he goes, long ago, 20 years ago in fact, two vice admirals, a man by the name of Brock Anderson and another man by the name of, I think they called him Sam Vega. Two vice admirals went over there with the Navy to establish a Navy outpost and a technological advanced system to mine this material here, this mineral, called uranium. Uranium, as the scientists on the island were able to find out, are able to be, condensed into a number of different things. An energy source, a fuel source, and ionized plasma, hardened plasma, one that they can use for both guns, explosives, and even pure plasma blades. The uranium was extremely useful to our study. However, 10 years ago, before the Navy fell, we lost all contact with the outpost. The last reports that we heard was that they desperately needed reinforcements, food, supplies, and that Brock Anderson, Vice Admiral Anderson, betrayed the people for the island's natives. Apparently, the experimentation of the explosives got on the bad side of the natives, who, unbeknownst to the Navy that they were even on the island, suffered extreme difficulties and extreme, let's just say, bodily evolution that shouldn't have happened, based off of the explosions and the pure destructiveness and experimental gas that was expelled from the explosives. Regardless, I just figured that it would be a good idea to go investigate this island. A few days ago, I was looking over some old files, and apparently, not even a month ago, an old radio signal from the old outpost was reactivated. which makes me think that maybe some of the old Navy there are still alive. But, word of caution, Captain, the people that have been on there don't even know what's happened in the last 20 years. In fact, they've been at war with the natives for 20 years.
Well, who here is the bad guy, Richter?
Who's to say? One can make an argument for both sides. The Navy for not realizing that there were natives on the island, or the natives for being just so revenge and bloodthirsty. And, C4, I understand that you might have come from this island. C4, looks up, and he stands up, and he puts his hand on, this, there's, pictures of rubble. When he was describing, the areas that were destroyed, it shows this picture of this old village. And in the village, you see, destroyed houses or whatever. And in one of the pictures, you can see a hand outstretched with a very, flashy kind of, ring. And a, stuffed animal in its hand. And he puts his hand on that hand and he goes, yeah, that was my home. You'll have to forgive me for that because, I didn't really remember much about it. And up until this point, I'm getting a flood of memories and it's, not good ones. Not good ones at all. But who cares? Let's go. I'm ready. Besides, the Vice Admiral said I could go on the island myself, and that's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I need to go on a walk.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Let's go, guys.
I'm torn here. I have no idea what we're going to do. So, my first order of action is we're going to split up. And we're going to hear both sides of the story when we get on this island. Rufus, you head up the second task force. I'll head up the first task force.
Yes, sir.
We'll enter on different ends of the island. So I'll take a smaller boat. They'll take a smaller boat.
Okay.
Rufus, who would you bring with you on your second brigade?
I would bring...
Jackboot?
Yeah, Jackboot. Probably Heath.
Okay.
Probably not Boggle.
Any NPCs? Yeah.
Would I be able to bring C4 with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think that's better. If C4 and Heath are on the same
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll have Spade, I'll have Beckett, I'll have Malka, I'll have Rock, I'll have Apollo.
Dude, I like how we have the same crews every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
Rufus, Jackboot, and Heath are kind of like the trio.
And, of course, Harry and Harold will be there with me as well. And Owlie.
And Owlie. Yeah, you can't forget Owlie.
And you can take Xena as well. I think Xena should come.
All right.
What about the giant wolf that
Speaking of which,
got at the last auction?
I'm gonna pull Zine out of my pocket.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm like, all right, I guess you're not protecting my pocket anymore. I guess you're going on your own adventure for once.
Well, she's coming with us. You can keep her in there if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
She's literally like, I can breathe. There's sunlight. Oh! Also, I do want to point out, how do you do that when you don't have hands?
Hockey hands, obviously.
Hockey hands? Oh, bro, that's insane. Okay.
Literally, hands are my whole hockey thing.
Yeah, that's true. All right. And with that, how do you guys plan on doing this? Do you guys want to do it where it's one group at one point?
Yeah, we're sitting pretty well in order.
Yeah.
Okay,
honestly,
then we'll
yeah,
start
honestly,
with you.
yeah.
We'll start with you three as you guys head to the natives. You guys are going with. You have C4.
No, I want to go to the native side.
You're going to
I'm
the
going to the
native
Nuke Town
side,
natives.
and they're going to the Navy side.
Mm-hmm.
But we're taking C4, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I specifically the captain. I want to talk to the native side.
That's,
All right.
That's
With one of the biggest figures in the entire Navy.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't see why not.
Then we got this little group talking to the Navy.
With the child of the native.
I think it'd be good
Yes.
for
Make some friends.
I think it'd be good for C4 to hear the Navy side.
Mm.
Not because then
I can also make a disguise for him.
No, he
There's
does
not a
just
necessary.
walk
He
in.
hasn't been there for
He
Oh,
probably
yes.
looks different.
Yeah.
My dad, he's from Fiji. He does not look Fijian anymore. I mean, he kind of does, but he's lost a lot of his melanin being up here.
Heath Slater just kind of holds his disguises up like his kits, and everyone's just like, no.
James, bring out some chicken.
Okay. All right. So Jack Boot, Jack Boot, Rufus, Heath, and C4. As you guys kind of go up in a little rowboat, headed over. Are you bringing your dog with you? Also, we never named him.
His name is Bang.
No, I will come up with a name. I swear.
Too many characters
no.
named Ben at this time.
And yeah,
We do not need to call him Baron.
All right. So as you guys approach on your rowboat, you guys notice in the area that Richter going with you. Maybe Richter would go with them.
I thought he was staying at
Yeah,
base.
Yeah, he kind of would stay. Yeah, you're right. He's kind of he's your he's like your intelligence officer at this point.
Yeah.
He's like organizing everything, upgrades, new recruits. He has a lot in his hands. As you guys approach the old naval headquarters, you see this.
Jack Boot is sulking because she was like, "All right, everyone on the oars," and she ends up being the only one on the oars, and the others are just like.
Everyone is surviving.
Yeah. He's still insanely embarrassed just playing his guitar. He's kind of playing badly just because of how like shaky he is.
C4,
He also couldn't do the oars.
C4 and Bommy are both on the rowboat, and C4 is unusually quiet as he has his hands clasped on his lap as he's like he looks deep in thought. You see. He seems to be so deep in thought you can see a bead of sweat kind of like form on his brow, just kind of like going down as he's concentrating immensely.
The energy on the rowboat is a combination of awkward and uncomfortable, and nobody's really sure what to say. We're just
just rowing.
It's like a car ride with people you know, like that are friends, but you don't know.
Yeah.
And you're just like sitting there. Like,
It's like that GIF, that one Donkey Kong with them all in the car, just looking like.
Yeah. Dude, I love this dynamic so much. As you guys are approaching, you see.
It's gonna end really badly.
You see as like you guys kind of like stop and you like bring the rowboat up. You see up on this like swampy knoll. Now the island itself, as you guys are thinking back to what Richter was saying, is it is a combination of marshland, extreme like marshland, and some swampland. It is extremely murky area. It's basically like a place where you would want to wear extra tufts.
yeah, and as
Shout out to Alaska.
as we're rowing in, Heath Slater just kind of like to cut the awkwardness of the boat. He's like, rowboat prices are getting high these days, huh?
No one says anything. Even Bommy just looks at you like.
Just like.
Rufus just does a side glance and then continues to look through his sniper scope to see if he can see anything far off.
You would see on the top of this like marshland, you see this old naval headquarters. On like those like pictures of like those like buildings that are like on like watery areas where they have. Yeah, where they have like they're like on stilts basically. It's basically like that, except there's this massive like energy force field around it, purple, and it kind of flickers a little bit. Clearly, like this force field must have been going on for a while. And as you guys like approach, you hear off in the distance from behind the force field, you hear kind of like an older voice go, "Oh, who goes there?"
It's me.
Hello. It's us.
Who is us?
Visitors.
Visitors from who?
From
The
what?
natives?
No. We're just visitors coming by on a rowboat.
What is your name? What's your name?
Heath Slater.
I don't know that name. Tell
Well,
me,
of course
boy.
you don't. You've never met me before.
Tell me, boy. Are you supposed to be the reinforcements that I've been waiting for 10 years?
Yes.
4 people?
And can I roll a sleazy bonus?
Sure.
Or am I convincing him out?
Yeah. You hear a gunfire go off, and this bullet whizzes by your ear.
And he jumps
Yeah.
like the guitar just does. Like,
Thought
his
you
hand
could pull
goes
a
up and
fast
goes,
one
"Whang!"
on me, huh? I'm no idiot, boy. I got a whole army with me, and we all got our guns trained on you 4.
Do we
little
have-
savages?
Do we have a new Navy flag with us?
I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like you guys would
We would be
definitely
decked
be
out.
Okay.
smart about.
Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Also-
say, We are Navy, see? And I'm going to hold up our new Navy
But
flag,
the thing
which
is-
has hopefully similar enough design to the old Navy flag.
Weren't they opposites? Doesn't the Navy now run
Like
red
red
and
and black.
black, and we run white and blue?
But they hopefully don't know that.
Well, yeah,
Hopefully
they've
this
been,
old guy is just
this,
blind.
These guys have
Blind
been
enough
stuck on the
to know.
island for 20 years. They have no
Oh,
idea
that's
that
right,
the new
because
one's on
those
there.
colors were the same as the old Navy.
Yep. Hey, you could change it up if you wish,
Dude, that's
but
crazy.
yeah.
There's old Navy, current Navy, new Navy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
And as you guys,
technically a current
Pirate.
Navy.
as you
Should we
guys,
name our group?
yeah, it's something to think about. As you guys pull out the flag, he goes, "Oh, well, no natives would be able to get a new flag like that. All right then." And there's like a pause, and he goes, "Private, open up the force field, just enough to let these newcomers in." And you see as like the force field kind of flickers, and then you hear like this, and the force field kind of just like goes up and inside of like basically where a chimney is. And he goes,
As it goes around.
you watch as like you hear like this creaking noise, and like this as you watch as like a pulley kind of comes down, like this like a little like old fashioned like elevator down on the swamp plane for you guys to get on and move on up.
Yeah, as they go by, he just kind of touches the force field just to see what, because he's.
Oh
never
no, the force field
You
would
know.
end.
Oh, okay.
As you guys are kind of going up, the force field
'Cause
goes
he's
back
never seen
down.
that type of tech before.
And as you kind of go up, you lock eyes with this like almost 70-year-old something man. He's dressed in a very ripped up old Navy uniform of a vice admiral, so he kind of has like pauldrons and whatnot. He's covered, it's like all ripped up, and you see like different bits of cloth that has like been ripped off for like different injuries that are wrapped around his like his arms and his legs from different wounds he must have received from battle. You see he's covered in dust, mud, grass, blood from older wounds, and you even see some explosive like gunpowder, explosive residue all over him. And you see roughly maybe besides him like in total 20 other people, older Navy people, still wearing private uniforms, all of them equally as like commando, so to speak, covered from head to toe, almost unrecognizable as people. As they kind of like sit on crates, no words are spoken. They're just, you see them all like holding weapons, just looking at you guys uneasily. The old man that's right in front of you, he stands at attention and goes, "Vice Admiral Sam Vega, a pleasure."
I'll just interject and I'll say, the pleasure is all mine. You are all dismissed from this mission. The orders are in. We're pulling out.
It's over? We won? We beat them?
No, we did not. We were overpowered. This is an unnecessary expense to the Navy.
I will actually have to roll for that. As this guy's 11. He goes, "I don't believe it. Their numbers almost tripled that of our forces, and you're only 4 people. How did you guys manage to overcome them? The natives managed to understand how uranium works. Some newcomer, someone on some ship 2 weeks ago showed up on the native side, and next thing I know, they have weapons and technology far past what we have. The only thing that's keeping us alive is this force field."
What colors were they showing? What colors were they flying on their ship? Any that you recognized?
No, the flag didn't seem pirate. It seemed different, something new, something unique. The figure wore an outfit that someone from Wasara Island would wear, like a politician, a suit with a tie. He looked mighty professional. Don't know who he was. I only saw a glimpse. But what I can tell you is that if we leave all of the things that we learned, most importantly, our supply of uranium, and even more importantly, our plans to create the bomb, we're gonna fall into the wrong hands. It'll take too much time to evacuate before they attack us. They attack every day at the exact same time. Another attack will be here within the hour.
Go ahead.
We exchange glances.
Also,
Yeah.
on the sidelines, Heath Slater's gonna talk to C4, and he's gonna like whisper like behind these two because they're big enough to hide behind, and just kind of be inconspicuous. And he kind of like leans to C4 and goes, "Hey man, could you do something for me?"
He doesn't answer for a minute. He's still deep in thought, and then he pauses and goes, "Huh? What?
Could you do something for me? I've got an idea.
What?"
You have any smaller but explosive bombs on you?
Yeah? And he starts ruffling in his very large duffel bag, and he goes, "Here."
He just kind of puts them in his pocket. I'm gonna use these for later. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then he kind of steps out from behind them and pipes up, "Hey guys, you look pretty raggedy over there. Let's say I tailor you some new clothes and clean those ones you got." I specialize in that department.
A tailor, a large woman, a guy in an overcoat, and a kid.
Tailor's just a hobby of mine.
Actually, one thing that'd be important is his uniform actually has the old head of wash boy symbol sewn onto his shirt.
Oh, the
Tailor
old Navy,
wash
yeah,
boy.
the ex-Navy, yeah.
The tailor wash boy. You are such a motley crew of individuals, aren't you?
Almost like.
You realize once you say you can tailor, you didn't bring anything to tailor with.
Oof.
All right.
So
They're all
I
disappointed.
Yeah, he's like, dang it. I can at least clean them, though.
So these guys, which iteration of the Navy do they belong to?
The same as Beckett's. In fact, Sam Vega, actually, if you mentioned Beckett Ford's, was someone that he graduated with in cadet training.
So I say, we have orders from. He was an admiral, right?
Vice admiral. So
Vice
he was the
we
same
don't outrank
rank.
him.
He was the same rank as Sam Vega.
Okay. We have orders from Vice Admiral Beckett
Beckett?
that we should tell you to stand down for the time being while he performs reconnaissance. And look at this man. He's clearly Navy. I want his
me.
Navy bonus.
Yeah. Well, you don't have
my
to like.
ex-Navy bonus.
Yeah,
Give him a Navy salute.
I wasn't really.
Go on, salute.
I wasn't really part of
Salute them. There you go. A real Navy salute.
Huh.
It's starting to make sense why he has that ring.
And he looks over and he kind of looks and goes, "Well, no pirate would just be throwing around Beckett Ford's name like that. He's an old friend of mine. If he told me to stand down, I would. But why didn't Beckett come here himself?
Well,
He must have known I was here all those years."
he might not want to talk to you.
He's making his way as we speak.
It just occurred to me.
Just kind of like.
It just occurred to me. How long has it been? We've been out of food for, it seems like, years. We've had to go down to the swamps and fear the swamp monster out there.
I'm sorry, the what?
The swamp monster.
Is it?
Says that once you come out at night, it doesn't matter what for, you won't come back. I've lost 100 men that way.
You want us to take that thing out for you?
If you four can take down the swamp monster, and not my trained soldiers, then I don't know what could. Well, I don't think you can actually
Well, would
do
you
it, but
stand down then?
it's not... Look, the natives are gonna attack in less than an hour. You can't go out there, find the swamp monster, stop that, come back and defend the base when the natives in time. It's impossible. You can't be that good. You're a mop boy.
He's a Navy mop boy. Watch your tongue.
My apologies, man.
You know what?
Mine too. I was harsh.
Maybe I will try. You know what? What do you think? Think I could take this thing?
We could probably all take him.
I would suggest a different course of action. I don't think that that's something we need to really discern ourselves with right now. I think what we need to do is we need to prepare for this upcoming attack, and we need to do some reconnaissance as well and figure out as much as we can of what this large bomb is that you referred to earlier. Could you tell us more about that? Who advised you on such a mission?
The Celestial Dragons themselves.
Oh.
They commissioned my group to use the uranium and experiment it on people. I didn't agree with it, but the explosive power of this specific bomb, nicknamed Project Champa, was supposed to be capable of destroying a whole island, raising it from the ground. Claimed after we were here for about 10 years, they came by after some battle on Celestial Dragon Island. Claimed that the destructive happenings that took place on that day inspired them, the sickos. They wanted to create an explosive so powerful that no matter how strong the opponent, even a pirate king, would be absolutely disintegrated. With our experimentation, we got close to making a breakthrough before the natives started fighting back. We even created special serums that injected uranium straight into the blood of a victim.
And what happened to that?
Let's just say they gained some sort of specific buffs, but not the best type. The experimentation was extremely painful, but the payoff was he would gain supernatural abilities. They began to call it, well, the name escapes me for the moment. But once that started happening, my friend, former friend, Vice Admiral Brock Anderson, betrayed us, married a native, soon began to control their forces, giving them tactical prowess. Regardless, I suggest if you don't plan on taking out the swarm monster, at least help us prepare for the next assault. This next one would have been the last one. You may not be the saviors I was hoping for, but maybe you can still help. We don't got a lot of time.
And Rufus is just going to walk up to him, and he's going to say, we happen to have our very own munitions expert with us. We brought him along. Would you allow us to review everything that you have on these, on the weapon that you're creating? Would you hand that over so that he would be able to inspect them and see what went wrong? Maybe we could perfect this. And I'm going to bring out C4 from behind both of us, because I'm assuming he was just still standing there.
Yeah, he just kind of like slowly pulls them over.
Behold him.
I will roll for it
There
because
he
that's a very, no.
They recognize that he's a native.
Well, no. Instead, what happens is when you place C4 in front of them, C4 looks up at him and goes, I remember your face. And there's like a pause, and the Vice Admiral looks at him and goes, I have no idea who you are, young man. And C4 goes, that's mostly because you don't really look into the eyes of your victims that much, do you? And as he says this, his hand goes into his bag, and he pulls out like a bomb, and he lights it, and he stands there and goes, "How about you do us a big favor? Give us the plans, or I'm gonna blow this whole place sky high." And Vega looks down and goes, "I wasn't gonna be able to do that anyway, son. But look, if you're one of the natives, and this all makes too much sense, you guys are really getting a lot more clever than I thought. Everyone, arms now!" And immediately, all 20 soldiers just go to them. They all start pointing their weapons at you guys.
That's not very good.
And C4 just stands there and kind of goes, "Yeah, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this so much."
I would like to pick him up and say, "Oh, my bad. This isn't our munitions expert," and put it in my coat and try to contain it. And I would like my tank bonus.
All right, on the other side of the island.
When you grab him, C4 goes, "Let me go!" And he, with an explosion of Conqueror's hockey, knocks all of you back. Everyone, Vega included, who, as a 70-year-old man, he's quite feeble, and he kind of like collapses and collapses at his chest and goes, "Oh," and C4 picks him up. And despite the fact that C4 is like 17, lifts him up with one hand and starts dragging him over to the ledge, like overlooking the swamp, and breaks through the old wooden railings and throws him like the force field is like right there, and he's like right there, and you can see like he kind of like starts pulling him toward the field and goes, "I know a thing or two about uranium, and I know its destructive capabilities. For instance, I know that this force field, if a body were to hit it, would disintegrate the body. I wanted to see that firsthand. Again. So let's just see how long it takes before your body melts, shall we?" And it begins to pull, like, move Vega forward.
As that happens, Rufus is behind him, and he forcefully karate chops his neck, hoping to disable.
Last roll before we swap over to the rest of the crew.
Why did we bring C4 to the Navy?
11. You swing with your karate chop, and C4 like anticipates it, or as he can see into the future with his observation, and he blocks, and he looks at you and goes, "Rufus, leave this to me. Try that again, and you'll see just exactly what I'm capable of."
Remember who we are. We're the Navy. We don't do this, especially not to ourselves.
We're the
He
new Navy.
has been doing his job faithfully for 20 years. Let him go.
Before we switch, as he's distracted and he can't use his observation hockey, he just feels a gentle hand on his shoulder. Heath next to him. "Hey man, this isn't how we do this. C4, you and I and everyone here and everyone over there, they would know this isn't justice."
Cliffhanger that sheet. Roll it later.
Roll it later.
All right,
Roll it later.
Yeah, roll it.
It does the thing where like he's shaking as he's holding the old guy who's like absolutely terrified out of his mind, and he looks to Rufus, looks to you as you like put your hand on his arm, and he's just kind of like.
But then he looks at back.
Shaking.
And then.
Rumor has it
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all good. All right.
Alright, first thing that I want to say is we dock with our ginormous Navy ship. So as we dock to the native lands, we bring out sake and we bring out food. And we're like, "Hello! We come in peace!" Definitely gotta give me some bonuses there.
You immediately get shot at from multiple different locations. As you guys like approach, you see that you don't know what the Navy base looks like. It's flimsy, old. This looks like a very accomplished, large complex.
I'm gonna make it like a diamond wall to like block the bullets.
Alright, well, you have to give that back to me to roll. But with the two, immediately, you like one of the guys on your ship is like, "What the?" And he just gets shot in the head and goes like overboard. Like just one of your like assassin crew members just gets shot. As you like see like lasers just kind of shooting out from every crevice. See if you can make that diamond wall +5, baby. Okay.
Let me roll, respectively.
Nope.
He was rolling fine for you earlier.
13. You create the wall just enough to protect you and the people that are on the land, not enough to protect like the entirety of the ship, though.
I just rolled a 7. I don't protect jack shit.
It's a 5. It's a 12. It's decent.
We just want to talk.
Yeah? Well, we don't!
No.
We don't care whose flag you're flying. Any newcomers are supposed to die. That is what Skava said.
Who?
Our god. Hail, Skava.
Indoctrinate me, please.
He meeting, there's a pause, and one of the guys goes, "You're willingly wanting to be indoctrinated?"
Well, at least educate me a little bit.
Oh, okay. Everyone cease fire, and like once all the guys just you're like all the people gotta go like, "What are you kidding me?" He goes, and in this massive fortress, which also has a force field. The force field goes in. You guys are welcomed inside.
Oh, well, that was...
Alright.
That was easy.
You guys are lucky because this specific person does not require much. Just try to get things.
All right. Tell me all about this Skava man.
As you approach the massive complex, the doors are opened as you guys like walk in, and you are greeted by a young man with blonde hair, and like a black outfit. Kind of, it's not like navy, but it's kind of. It seems like it's kind of like
Is it
a copy of.
Scarevan?
No, he walks over and he like
Scarevan.
he like looks at you guys and he goes, "My name is Luca. Please come this way. You can talk to my father all about Skava. He's the one that knows him the best." And as he like approaches, he like opens up this curtain, and in the curtain you see this older man sitting on a throne. Overlooking the throne, you see all these like tapestries, sculptures, including a massive one of this feeble. Okay, this is gonna look really disgusting. Imagine a very large caterpillar, but with an old man's face on it.
Like the face stealer from Avatar.
Yeah. Or, but imagine the face looking like so old it's like a grape. Like, it's disgusting.
So do we recognize the old guy as the Vice Admiral? Or
It would be Vice Admiral Brock Anderson.
Perfect.
And as he sees you, Beckett, he like looks at you and goes,
You've, changed.
as you look at him, you notice more about the differences as you see a large breathing apparatus strapped around his mouth. If you know who Darth Malgus is from Star Wars The Old Republic,
yeah.
imagine that. Large and bulky, he wasn't always this way. You notice a lot of it must be these cybernetic enhancements.
Was the mineral they called...
Uranium.
Uranium? Did you sell your soul to uranium? Fair enough.
Yep, that's me. Wow, you were a really normal guy when I last saw you.
War changes things.
Yeah, I noticed.
And he begins to like stand up, and he like just pauses and goes, "Luca, get your sister. It's almost time for the war party."
The what? Tell us about Skava before you grab your sister. Both of you. I need both of you to give me a good rundown for about 2 hours about this Skava guy.
Unnecessary.
Okay.
Captain Cook.
Oh. Hello, Vice Admiral Brock.
It seems he read my letters.
Not quite.
No.
I actually burned them.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I could care less about you. I rejected the Navy ways. I decided that the Navy was more corrupt than anything I've ever seen before. I've stopped listening to the likes of Celestial Dragons.
Oh, well, you love my new Navy, sir. Your guys just killed my men instantly, and I didn't retaliate at all.
I could care less. That is just necessary when you're in wartime. 20 years and you get a little bit paranoid and trigger happy. Wouldn't you agree?
Are you retarded?
No. Let me ask you this, Captain Cook. Isn't it concerning that the fact that, I'm fully aware of who you are, yet you've never met me before?
Well, you're probably an old creep who reads books.
Not quite. Let's just say I have inside information. I know all about your new Navy, and I could care less.
Okay.
My purpose is my people, serving Skava, and taking down everything that the Navy stands for. Whether it's your Navy, the old Navy, I'll even throw hands with Johnny 4's if I feel like it.
Johnny Fords. You would die in his presence, old geezer. You'd kick the bucket instantly. That hockey, oh, let me tell you. Even when I was on that island, I could feel it. My hairs were standing on ends. Who cares about this uranium?
You're a caterpillar.
enhancement?
You don't have legs. What you can't...
He's not the caterpillar.
Oh.
They worship the caterpillar.
Please, sir. I want to know about this Kava guy, and I want to know why it is that you reject true and pure justice.
Your version of pure and true justice. Everyone has their own views on what justice is.
I agree.
I don't agree with your views of justice.
Okay.
That's simple.
I have a council of people, and I hear everyone's rights and wrongs because I've said this before to my crew. I've addressed them like this. There's a line for good and bad with every man. That's why I have a council of members to hold me accountable. So I weigh these things for each man, each woman, each cat, each dog. Everyone has an important opinion to me.
And tell me, Captain Cook.
Yeah?
How long do you suspect it will take before corruption finds its way into your new...
Oh, probably never. Probably never.
I mean, it could be happening right now, my friend. In the history books, you ever hear about the old Pirate King? Ever hear about Pirate Crew Member A? It happens all the time.
Peter Kalma.
Yeah, but that's the nerd name, man. Pirate Crew Member A was way cooler.
If you say so.
Anyways, I'm telling you this now because with the council that I have, we are able to find these seeds of doubt or these, the thorns that are choking this beautiful plant that is the new Navy. We don't need to get rid of them and destroy them. We just want to console with them and see what it is that we could do better for them. There's always going to be a mutiny with any big corporation of justice or injustice, anyways. I formed this circle of elders as a way to hear from everyone and to address those things when they come up.
When I hear people like you speak, talking about the corporation and accepting the fact that corruption will find its way as it will with any large organization, all it does is strengthen my belief that I am in the right. Keeping these people under my foot.
Well, no matter.
Having them be my family. Having them be a small, compact elite force. And governing them as only a member of the Scarpa religion should.
My good sir, what do your people think about being a part of your family?
You'd be quite surprised how malevolent I can be when not in the presence of failure such as yourself.
Oh, when have I failed, with all due respect? You've read all about me.
Didn't you kidnap children?
Oh, come on, Cordell. That's not even gonna be on the show, bro. We literally... All right. Quinn Cook says that episode was taking particularly long, and I wanted to do something very interesting.
That's fair enough. I'm not going to do it.
Hey, excuse me one moment while I talk to my students here.
Absolutely.
So do you guys remember when I read you that book about certain types of organizations and how they can have some really crazy beliefs and not be talked down to, and will usually do things like Kool-Aid parties and things like that. This is exactly that kind of group.
So you're
and you see that caterpillar thing? I'm pretty sure it's evil.
Should we break the statue without listening to this guy? Clearly, he's too stubborn and senile to see the truth.
Oh, trust me, I'm pretty sure Spade stopped listening a while ago, as long as it's a way to destroy something as we speak.
Yep.
Well, I will go. I'll entrust this room to you. Kill Luca, kill this old man, and I will address my new people.
All right.
Hey, we were all taught. This is a PC conversation. There is nothing that you can roll here because this is a PC.
No, well, I'm rolling because he's gonna fight, right?
Oh, dude, I'm just gonna unleash most of my life force on this old man and his son.
Exactly.
Yes.
How many things are you throwing?
I actually can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. As Quinn Cook, I can't do that.
He goes.
Yeah, what I'll say is, do with them what you must, and I will converse with the people, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Just him or him and him?
Oh, both of these two.
So Spade and... Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think and then Rock and Malka will also come, or Rock and Apollo will be in the room as well, and Malka and the boys will come with me.
All right.
Hey, Spade, you see that thing that you've been kind of staring at for a little too long now? Can you, like, crush it like the weird little bug thing it is?
The statue?
That?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It'll make a statement, and then I walk out with my party.
With like one finger. With one finger, I'm just gonna. With my devil fruit.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, you literally just shoot it once and it just collapses. And the former
I'm gonna
Vice
be like,
Admiral,
wait, hold up. No, don't open your mouth. No, shut up. Shut up.
No!
I didn't mean offense, but like, did that like mean something to you? Okay, I'm sorry, because so does my captain, and you just kind of like disrespected him, so I'm sorry.
You just came into my home and then you go around.
Oh, yeah, but you just shot one of my crewmates. You just shot one of my crewmates talking about justice and stuff like that. You're evil. You suck.
Oh, you don't even
You suck.
know me.
You suck. I don't
You
need
know
to
what?
hear you.
Okay.
I just heard your moral talk. That's all I need to hear.
Keep talking. Keep that. Do that. Yeah. See what happens. See what happens. You know what? Luca, go to that war party. No, I'll deal with these guys.
See
I'll
ya.
deal with these
Make sure to
guys.
kill Luca before he gets his sister.
Wait, who did you say? Who did you
I
say
wanted
was
Luca and the old man gone.
No, who did you say was like in here with us?
Rock and Apollo.
Oh,
Yeah, Rock and Apollo are there.
Rock, go stop that dude from leaving. You don't have to kill him. Just don't let him leave.
He doesn't
You said Rock? Rock didn't even look. He goes, huh? And he just sticks out his fist and Luca literally goes,
All right, that does it.
well, because it's Rock. He literally hits like a freaking drum.
So his head just like
He literally,
snaps
no,
off.
his neck literally just goes, and like,
Apollo,
and the
do
Vice Admiral
first
goes,
aid.
"What?"
Vice Admiral, you're under arrest.
No, you can't do this.
Oh wait, actually, former Vice Admiral. You're under
You're a
arrest.
former vice admiral.
No, I'm not. I am an
Excuse me.
actual I'm an actual Vice
You know
Admiral.
who's a vice admiral? You're not.
All right, Spade, he's under arrest. Lethal force is authorized.
Wait. Have Rock just put like C-prism cuffs on him. Because Rock is still there, and he just killed his son. Just wipe the.
No,
fingers.
I'm having Apollo do first aid, just in case. We might need the sun.
Oh my god.
Apollo like looks over and goes, no. He like takes a look at Apollo like looks, he goes, Vice Admiral, no. Respectfully, that is not going to do anything.
Just arrest the man.
Okay.
Thank you.
They both walk forward and Luca, or not Luca, former Vice Admiral Anderson looks at him and goes, your force. And you watch as he raises his hands. No weapon on him.
It's a swamp
Yeah.
monster.
Nope.
That's not the god? That's crazy.
Nope.
That's
As he
a
raises
good
out
sign.
his hands, you watch as his face kind of okay. You know when you have like those like X-rays and you can see like the inside of a human body, and like you know how like jellyfish are translucent,
Yeah.
and you can see the insides. Imagine that. You see the insides of his like skeletal remains, and you watch as his body begins to flash, and all at once, purple lightning shoots out of his fingertips.
Palpatine.
And he begins to shoot the lightning directly at Apollo, who's like approaching. And Apollo brings out his shield and kind of like starts blocking, but he goes, okay, so the old guy got some tricks. Does someone else want to just deal with this? I can't move forward. This lightning's actually kind of difficult.
Hey, Spade, you want to take out a cult leader today?
Yeah, sure I will. Okay. Let me think. Okay. I'm just gonna walk up behind the man, make like a diamond bat, and fuse it with armament hockey, and just smack him in the back of the head. It's gonna be kind of sad.
You swing the bat, and all at once, his hand goes to his side, and a solid beam of light or plasma constructs itself into a sword or lightsaber, if you want to go into specifics. And he blocks your bat with like a spark, and he kind of goes. He looks at you with like one hand still like with the lighting. Goes, "You're not going anywhere."
Oh, okay. So, okay, I thought I could just like tap you and you die. Okay. I'm gonna do the void with the shatter.
Oh, bruh. This guy.
15.
You reach forward and he instead like lifts you up with like with this like telekinetic force that you can't see.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
And he lifts you up, and he doesn't injure
Okay,
you.
so
he
he has
just moves
like
you back.
he has like a respirator, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
I would
no.
assume that he's still in pain, and it's
This
like
is like his fourth turn, though. I'll allow
and it's
it
like
if he
this is
succeeds.
literally that one was my second.
Was
But I'm just going to be like, basically, I'm just gonna repel all of like the feelings basically that he has left, just leaving him into a shriveled bean.
Wait, using what?
Like the repulse. I'm not like ascertaining how he's feeling. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like he has a respirator to make him live.
I thought you
Know
were
what
just
I'm
gonna
saying?
destroy it.
Well, that's gonna fail.
Well, this could fail too.
No, it won't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Well.
That's an 18
Yeah.
plus,
No.
5,
Plus what?
plus 5, double free bonus.
23. You
I'm in the
almost like it
process.
literally like it. You literally like imagine like there's like small breathing hoses. You literally cut
Yeah.
one of them, and he begins to kind of choke and goes, "Where are you going?"
You're literally like 200 years old. Why
He
are
begins-
you trying to
he-
fight me?
He begins trying to crawl away, and you see these. So behind his throne, you see these massive curtains, and he's trying to rush to the curtains.
Oh yeah, but while this is going on, if Beckett's like walking away, all I can see is like Spade like trying to pin him down with his foot while he's trying to crawl. And then all he hears, "You did this to yourself, oh man!" And then he does the thing where he's like knocking on my head with that cane. And does the "I didn't want this."
Yeah, he's like, "Get away from me, you creep!" All right, Beckett, are you gonna do anything about? Are you gonna?
No.
you just-
Rock, investigate whatever's behind the curtain.
Rock rips the curtain down, and what you see is probably one of the most disturbing things possible.
Heath Slater in
No.
a maid uniform.
No, that is second.
This is the goal.
You see behind the curtain a massive
It's just like not again.
mechanical contraption, and on the end, you know how Aaron's founding Titan full form looks like with the skeletal, like the hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine that, but with an old raisin head on the end of it of an old man, who just is like, just kind of shaking there in place. Scoff is actually real, evidently, and Scoff is just sitting there, and it just stares directly at Rock, and Rock just stands there like this, like.
Squish it like a grape, Rock.
Oh!
Don't worry. Yep, I know it. I know it smells awful. Just you gotta kill it.
What is that? And all at once, Scarlet just goes, yeah! and Rock literally just goes,
I'm like, Rock, go like this.
you want me to? Yes, do it.
Oh my goodness.
Can Rock the massive?
Can he do the rap?
20. He literally runs up and he goes, and all at once, like Scava, like when he throws the kick, you hear a. As when he throws the kick, you see there's an invisible field of energy in front of him, and Rock literally just like jumps out and goes, "You have got to be kidding me! Why would you make something this horrifically ugly and make it impossible to kill? Oh, I hate that on so many levels." I think there's no way to fully destroy this thing without destroying the whole building with us. And for
No,
all we
all
know,
right.
there's innocents here though. We can't just kill all the innocent people.
Well, I know it's not exactly what was said, but he did basically say to make sure these guys didn't get out at any cost. So, like,
I did say do with them what you must. So
Show
interpret that
us
however
your
you feel.
moves, old man. Then
yeah, all right. First, Apollo, please kill the old man. I'm gonna need Spade to help me focus on whatever that is.
You should get a C prison bonus.
that would have done it. That would have done it. He gets a mentor bonus for this. It's like a 20. He can cuff him if that's what you want.
I mean, I guess that's
That would work.
fine.
We just
Just
need-
He
cuff
kind of
him.
like struggles. He's like, Spade, wait, hold him still, and he's literally like trying to go like, and he like,
Fully
wraps
take
his
out his
hands-
fully make sure he can't use his respirator anymore either.
Oh, you want me to take the respirator
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
That's kind of cruel.
It doesn't matter. Do you see what he did?
You literally like he moves off the mask and you see he goes, I didn't do that.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in. Quinn Cook is just going to walk back in. He's gonna be like, I tried to reason with you non-violently.
You're literally murdering me!
People who cannot be reasoned in any manner do not deserve to live.
You're a psychopath!
And then I put my hand on his head, and I envelope his head in darkness.
Oh my!
And his head just like disappears, and his neck just starts like squirting out blood.
God, bro.
Oh. Yeah, that's what he said.
Crap, man.
Literally, like, even Scobble goes, bro, that's kind of messed up. And everyone,
You can't talk enough.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Quick Cook and I'm gonna turn to the rest of the people that are with it. I'm gonna be like, nobody hears about this.
No.
Ever.
Yep.
Apollo is standing
It
there
does
at
not
the
leave
corpse,
this
and he, like,
building.
looks in and goes, I thought we were better than that, but...
Apollo, this man would not listen to anything.
You know, I'm gonna hand it. I'm gonna
Okay, Paul,
actually
literally
pull.
shut up.
I'm gonna be like, Xena, can you hand me that book? Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna hand Apollo the book that I read to them while I was training them. This will explain literally everything about the situation.
He can't be reasoned with. We try to use words. We try to be nice.
So that's on chapter 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me look at that. Give me a second, please.
Yeah.
It takes me a while. I like to take reading seriously.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
You read in the corner. We're gonna take care of.
That thing?
That.
Please. You know what? If you need any more destructive capability, I'll be over there in that corner.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Then he like sits over there and he goes, oh my.
Okay, and then we flip back to C4.
Yeah. Well, then the last thing you guys hear is
I wonder how Heath Slater's doing.
Rock is like looking out the window and he goes, I think that war party left without them.
That's fine.
There's some chick in the front of them leading.
I'll be there in a sec, and then I make my
Wait,
way
Xena,
over.
catch up to them.
Yeah, me and Xena are gonna go with.
Oh, okay. But one big thing, like an actual big thing, is that they got a massive mech out there.
Oh, that doesn't matter. No, shut
It's
up.
not-
shut
well,
up.
guys,
Look, we
which-
focus on that. They focus on that.
Malka, you're coming with me too.
Yes, sir. All right, we switch back over to you guys with C4, just about inches away from throwing the former vice admiral into the force field.
And he's got his hand on his shoulder, like, and he gave him the speech.
28.
Oh!
C4 shaking with rage. Just
And
goes,
he's just like, this isn't like you.
You're right. I'm not like this. And he throws the old man on the ground and goes,
We've got to
the vice admiral didn't even have a choice. The vice admiral kind of goes like this. All the guys have their guns, and the vice admiral kind of goes, all right, let's just calm down.
And that's when Heath Slater picks up the vice admiral and basically holds him by the ragged collar. And he looks at all the soldiers. Guns down, please.
They put all the guns down, but everyone's just still on edge.
Listen. Let me tell you why we're here. We... Eric!
I don't want that to happen. We already had him in a maid uniform this episode. Anyways.
For context, Eric made the notion of Heath Slater pulling the guy in. And, yeah.
Hardcore making out with him.
Oh my god! This is horrible. All right, continue. Come on.
Wait, you gotta put in that bang, bang, bang for that, bro. We're not putting that in it. We're not putting that in the episode, dude. We're not putting that in the episode. Oh my god.
I was just spat all over the screen. Okay, anyway, all right. Come on, let's go, guys. We're making pretty good time this.
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. We are the new Navy, and we uphold a sense of justice, honor, and integrity that this pirate Navy doesn't have, and the old Navy never had.
Pirate Navy? What are you talking about?
The Navy run by pirates. Black
There's
and
a
red
Navy
flags.
that's run by pirates?
Yeah.
I haven't heard news for 20 years.
Well, they're the, other than the pirates, they're the ones roaming the seas.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Look, my condolences. If I could give you the plans, I would, but there's no possible way I can give you that kind of information. I thank you for sparing my life, and I'm sorry, child, for what happened. I really had no choice. C4 like looks down at him, and like C4 still kind of like shaking with emotion, kind of looks down and goes, as much as I want to throw you into that force field, he like sits down in front of him and he goes, I want to give you a little bit of experience, shall we? Let's talk about it. Close your eyes for me, old man. The old man kind of like looks. He closes his eyes, and C4 goes, imagine you're sitting down to have a meal with your family. Your little sister's next to you, your parents are across eating their food, everything is normal. When you hear a large explosion, which isn't uncommon for this island, you can find craters all over this place. You look outside, you see the beautiful fireworks like you see all the time, but then you see a large white flash. When you wake up, you're in pain, and all you see are the grinning skulls of your family members. How does that sound? How do you feel about that, old man? That's the kind of destructive capability you're unleashing. If you're gonna destroy a whole island, at least think about the people, the innocents that are there. Why couldn't you shoot these things off at uninhabited islands? Why do the celestial dragons want to end our innocence like us? Anywho, if anything, old man, think about it like this. Wouldn't you trust us, people who have seen this kind of thing? A new navy? There's a lot of things to explain to you, and we can get to that in a moment. A new navy, a place where everyone is, trusted with this kind of information? Or would you like it to fall into the wrong hands one day? If we were able to find out about you guys living here, it won't be long before other people have. It sounds like the native side have already found different people, helping them out. It's only a matter of time before the new navy, like we mentioned, the pirate navy finds you. And when that happens, you don't have a prayer. So who are you going to trust to give us that information? Willingly give it to us? Or be killed and have all your men killed pointlessly and have evil people gain those plans? The choice is yours. Oh. I'll roll that back there, because it hit your foot, just, yeah.
Depending on
Depending on what it is,
Yeah, we're gonna take that.
Yeah, 30.
We're gonna take that. 30.
The old man stands there for a moment. Okay. But there's something you need to know. And as he says this, a large explosion erupts outside on the force field. As you guys look outside, you see a large, well, not large specifically, you count about 50 people with different sort of rifles shooting lasers, definitely from the uranium ionized into like plasma capsules. And you see this large robot with a large rotating like energy cannon on the outside.
Oh, no.
It is the war party. And you watch as the force field begins to flicker. The old man goes, the power cells are on their last legs. If that robot is to hit our force field, then we're done for. Take out that robot and stop this war party. And you have my word. I'll give you what you want.
Open the force field slightly on the side to let me out, and I'll take care of it.
No, you won't.
He looks at Rufus.
Is there any way out from the back?
We can
Like
we
any
can siphon off energy from different different parts from the force field whenever we want. If you go out the back, you can make it around to the front, take down the robots without them noticing you.
Yeah.
Could I suggest a different plan?
What are you thinking?
Could we set up a smoke screen in front while all of us escape at the back and we leave a bomb near the energy source of the field? And when that bomb explodes and the dust settles, we'll have given them the slip and we'll be long gone.
C-4's speaks up and goes, leave the smoke screen to me. You want us to escape rather than conquer?
Yes, after all,
Seems that's
we are just an outsider coming into someone's homeland and trying to rob them of their resources. What kind of navy are we? One that steals, or one that leaves people alone if they're not up to anything?
C4 pauses and goes,
Sounds like a plan.
fair enough. leave the distraction to me. I'm good at that. And he puts his hands in his bag and starts pulling out all sorts of different things. And he goes, on my word, run for it. Vice Admiral, turn off the force field. The Vice Admiral pauses, looks at him, looks at you guys, and goes, "You youngins are crazy nowadays."
Burn.
25.
Burn.
An alarm starts going off, and all at once, he hits the power button, and the force field begins to raise up, and C4 with Bommy leaps out and begins to throw explosives everywhere. The war party is in shock. What was that? Someone goes, and it literally would the smoke screen would cover them, and in a cinematic moment, it would do the thing where they're all pausing and go, "Where did it go?" And they hear that. What was that?
Oh goodness.
And then one by one, different members kind of go whoop, and start going left and right, and you guys are given a very good enough distraction to escape out the back, all of you. And you guys run to the back, and the old man goes, "Quick, to the emergency rowboats!" And they run over, and nearby where yours are, there's a bunch of covered shrubbery, and they take off all this stuff and pull out these old rowboats and quickly start getting in. And the Vice Admiral goes, "Wait, there's something I forgot to mention. The explosive. It's already completed, and it's in the outpost." And that's when you guys see C4's galloping like this, and when the Vice Admiral says that, he pauses and goes, "It's back in there." He goes, "Here's what we're gonna do. You guys get on those boats. You guys start moving out. I'm gonna grab it, and then with as much speed as I can muster, I'm gonna meet you. I'm gonna leap out, and we're gonna jump on that rowboat."
No, you gotta distract him. Former Vice Admiral, where is this explosive?
It's in the depths of the base. There's an old elevator that will take you straight down into this old experimental area. If you were to go down there, you might find the underground airport. No, you would. Once you go down there, you're not gonna have enough time to get out. And there's only one way down and only one way back up.
How deep is the elevator?
Quite deep. It takes you about 15 minutes to fully get down there with the way it goes, and you need another person to constantly be cranking it down.
Then we'll go down the elevator with it.
So we have to detonate it down there to get rid of it?
No.
Are we ever gonna
He said we can't get it.
You know what? You know how much work went into that thing. We've got to put it to good use.
Oh, that's right.
There's enough explosive power to destroy the entirety of the island. If you guys were to set it off, it would be quite devastating.
Well, I've got an idea. I can go grab that thing.
We should probably converse about this at some point.
Yeah.
We should bang. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a mob boy.
That thing
so.
keeps go. Whose is that?
Yeah. Well,
someone answer their.
I'm a mob boy, so if it blows up on me, I won't be missed.
C4 pauses and goes,
But also,
"Okay, I guess I'll go run back there and keep on distracting them, but I can only hold them up for so long. You go down there and you be quick, Heath."
Don't worry.
Rufus
I'm
takes
coming
out his
too. You
Dindin Mushy.
can't lift your own weight.
Are you two running over to the outpost? You two are running to the
You
outpost?
probably can, though. You've been training.
I can't risk anyone else on this.
I'll yell out to both of you.
You need them because you need someone to be on the elevator. Otherwise, you can't get back up.
Listen, you're the mop boy. If this blows up, you have to clean up the island. Now let's go.
I yell out to both of you. I say, halt! We need to go through the proper channels to make sure. And I take out my Dindin Mushy and I ring for Captain Quincook.
There's no service.
Bang. Bang.
Hello, Rufus?
Captain, we've discovered something that could potentially.
You literally hear someone go, "The old guy's dead! That guy has a broken neck! What is going on? What is that thing?"
Hey, Rufus.
Have you guys got everything handled over there? What's going on?
Well, I killed an old man today.
My leg.
I think I lost a kidney!
Everyone shut up!
Yes, sir.
Then just go quiet.
It's dead quiet.
The whole battlefield.
All right, Rufus.
stopped.
All right, talk to me.
Captain,
Yes, sir.
we've discovered a potentially island-ending force of magnitude on a weapon that is buried deep underground. How should we proceed? there's only one way up and one way down. It requires at least 2 people to stay there, and we've completely lost our shield. What should we do?
You guys aren't thinking of blowing it up, are you?
I would be lying if I said it didn't come to mind.
Why don't
How should we proceed?
Well, I feel like there's a whole lot of people to be saved if this island destroying bomb goes off. There's gonna be a lot of innocent people dead.
Tell me, Captain.
Give me a chance to converse with the people. Let them know what is happening. I am the man who took out their high priest, if you will. So it would only be fair if I relay this information to them.
Please do, sir.
All right.
That would be very vital. If you could talk some sense into them and let them know the power that they're sitting on.
Exactly.
Maybe you could deter them from ever wanting to use it.
And then possibly we can take it and use it whenever we need it.
Absolutely. And you could give them their reassurance that the Navy is pulling out as we speak.
My exact thoughts. Thank you, Rufus.
Anytime.
Better.
So, we grabbing it?
No. We're retreating to the ships.
But we
might grab it.
We put our bomb in the Navy base, and there's a nuke in the Navy base. When our bomb goes off, it's going to blow up that nuke and the Navy base, and potentially the island.
So tell me, former Vice Admiral, how does this detonate?
Well, it's dependent. It's large enough, and it's a new technology that they call a missile, but it's a small missile. They got it down, compacted, covered with a very large glass case. But if an explosion were big enough were to happen on the old base and were to fall and collapse, the impending amount of debris that will fall down into the tunnel will be enough to set it off. And once that happens, the entire island is gone.
So you're saying we have to grab this thing?
Well, unless you want a whole island to be wiped out.
Do you think if we were to ring or whatever the captain and describe the place, do you think he could open up a door to it?
Or
what do you mean, like a?
Not you. You two. You know the
devil
captain.
fruit?
Yeah, I could go down there as quick as I could and describe the place to him, and he could just yoink that thing, and you could just bring me up. It'll be faster.
You could go through with it if that worked.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And then
can you do that?
Here,
while you guys are talking, while you guys are talking, it cuts to C4 fighting off the entire army back there, and it really cuts to him like on Bommy, and these like explosions are erupting, and he looks up, and this massive robot with the laser cannon blasts, and it hits nearby, and Bommy's leg gets hit with some shrapnel, and he falls over, and he like rolls over, and C4 goes, "No, Bommy! Okay, Bommy, hold on." And he turns Bommy around where her butt is facing where like a bunch of the enemies are, and he pulls some cords. Now remember, Bommy is an emu that ate the bomb fruit. It can actually shoot out explosive eggs. And he begins to start like ripping the cord and shooting out these explosive eggs at the enemies, and he's like, "I'm still holding them up, but you guys are running out of time."
And then he grabs the Dendemushi and just starts ringing the captain.
Bang, bang. Bang.
Hello? Who is this?
It's Heath Slater.
Oh, hey.
Hey, so quick question. So, how does your door fruit work? I mean, the thing you have that allows you to open doors?
I can open a door anywhere.
Anywhere, like, in a place that's described to you?
I could probably do it if it's somewhere that I see.
Okay, well...
And I ask him if he can open a door in front of you.
Could you open one in front of me if I describe the area to you?
I can't really see you. All I see is this big mech and a huge.
What's he saying?
Fort.
He sees the mech, but he doesn't see us.
Ask him about the door thing.
No. So we're gonna go underground, and I'm gonna describe the area to you, and you're gonna try and tap into the fruit.
Is he saying anything?
No, I'm
gonna talk to Quinn Cook. And you're like, wait, Captain. There's a man that I used to know.
All right.
He's mastered the art of this fruit.
Okay, Captain reassessing. We just need to. I need to tell you about the area, and you need to use the door fruit to think of that area and grab a portal to bring me and this nuke to you.
Why are we grabbing this nuke? Aren't we not blowing it up?
Well, if we don't grab the nuke, then the explosion that we may have placed.
What if I just grab the explosion?
What?
What if I grab the bomb that's about to explode instead? I mean, there's a fort right over there. It's probably in there, huh?
I think so. I don't know where C4 put it.
I actually still have it on me. There's not actually any bomb that's inside the base anymore.
Oh,
so this is all for nothing.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm saying it's like at the foot of like the.
Also, C4 is a suicide bomber right now.
Currently, yes. I guess. So.
And you say suicide.
As you say,
No,
as you say this, you like look and you see that C4 is now climbing up on the mech, and he's like,
hey, it's C4.
Yeah, he's occupied. Do you want us to get the nuke or not?
I mean, if he is the bomb, then I don't think the nuke is. How big is C4's explosion going to be?
Big.
How big is big?
Big.
C4.
"What?
How big is that thing gonna be?
Big enough to destroy this mech?" And you watch as he opens kind of the hatch that leads in, and he goes. I could drop it, but at the height that I'm at on the robot, I'd die anyways. This thing is powered by uranium. The explosion is going to be pretty big, but if I control it, I have just enough time to get it out of range where it won't destroy the nuke. He leaps down, and you hear you would see as a pilot comes flying out of the mech, and all your Dindin mushies would kind of get the frequency of C4 as he has the Dindin mushy up to his ear, and he goes, "I need you guys to trust me, okay? Get as far away as you can. Don't get near this mech."
What's he saying? Give me that.
You have your own.
I don't have one. Let me hear yours.
Wait, that thing that's right in front of me?
Don't worry, Captain. It's made of sea stone, and it's highly, difficult to destroy normally, but I think I can destroy it from the inside out.
C4, you're gonna live, right?
You have
Honestly, Captain, I hope I can.
Are you about to destroy 70, 80 of your home people?
Yes.
These people aren't my people anymore, Captain.
Who is?
You. The new Navy is.
I can't hear you. I'm coming over to talk to you myself.
Jack
Go
Boots,
towards the
stay away! And as he does this, C4
And you just kind of C4. You're coming back, right?
Heath.
You have to.
Heath.
You have to come back.
Heath, at this point, I think it's kind of pointless to try to order me to do something I can't really do at this point. But tell you what, Heath. Whenever you see a large explosion and you see some really pretty fireworks, I want you to look up at the sky and I want you to remember about that one time, the first time we actually met. And the following conversations that we had. Because Heath, my entire life has been a blank memory up until the point of joining the new Navy. I ended up on an island I didn't know anything about. I met you, met everybody else. I almost got in charge of the whole island before I joined you guys. I've had quite a wild run, and I've had some really good memories. Broke both legs, helped break Harry's legs. It's some pretty good stuff, but I'm going to be honest, out of everyone in the group, I feel like I'm kind of the one that doesn't necessarily need to live, all things considered.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Quinn can see the robot, right?
Oh, dude. That's all I can see right now. That and the fort off the ways.
At this point, the
Would
robot
I be
is moving far hard to the right. Into the depths of a very thick swamp.
So he's near me. C4's near me.
He would be, yeah.
Would Rufus be able to in some way communicate directly and immediately with Quinn?
You'd have to call me.
No, we're all on the same channel, right? I thought C4.
Well,
Yeah,
C4's on
C4
all. C4's
C4 is
are we on a
it.
group call? Are we
Basically,
FaceTiming?
yeah,
I
you're
assume so,
FaceTiming
yeah.
C4 basically with Din Din Mushies, if that's
Okay.
even possible. I'm saying it is for this instance.
I'm so confused.
Rufus is going to cut him off and is going to say, this is a really sweet thing that you're saying, C4, but there's a really simple solution that we're overlooking. Quinn, could you just open a door and get the mech and close the door to anywhere else that is not this island?
I really want to. Listen, man. C4's doing all this cool stuff, and it would be kind of sad if I just was like, lol, like, just kidding. All this cool stuff you did, I just erased it.
Captain, if you don't bring him back...
Oh, no. You guys misunderstand me. I feel bad if I were to door the explosion. What I can do, however, is I can ship in a bottle me and everyone here, including C4. We can get out of here. And the only casualties here will be that old man I slaughtered, his son that got slaughtered, and I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm able to...
I mean, we're going to flash back to, like, Scava, because...
yeah, I don't care about that false god.
That thing is going to die,
Yeah,
too.
it's best that Quinn doesn't mention that
Yeah.
to the rest of the crew.
And I'm going to say, here's my plan. We let C4 have his big moment. A big, beautiful display of everything he's worked on. He gets the explosion that he wants. He gets to make this beautiful scenery. But, unfortunately, it'll all be for naught. I'm just going to...
I can hear everything that's going
I
on.
know. C4, you plan on dying.
I'm planning on sacrificing, considering the options that were in
Oh,
front
but
of me.
the options here are that I could just ship in a bottle of
Just
Swag.
do it then, Captain. It's
Okay.
not. It's not like I want.
But you
to
were so
die.
cool, man.
I'm trying to be.
You
but
had such a cool moment, and I feel really bad.
It's okay.
Dude, what
just
is
try.
Spade doing while all of this is
It
happening?
cuts back to you and like
You guys are
everyone
probably
else
running
just
it out.
punching like the.
No, that guy's probably dead by now.
No.
Like, for sure.
You guys need to. You got.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
dead.
definitely. He's definitely.
Well, you guys are listening. You guys are listening.
We're Rock. I'm still punching his body, and Rock is like, and I'm like,
I don't care what you think of me.
No, it literally goes to you and four like doing like a ping pong with the thing's old head, and you're like, everyone's just like, and like, it just goes to like Rock and Apollo be like,
All right. I'm going to yell at everyone. I'm going to be up in the air. Everyone, get in an area where I can see you all. We're all going to make it out of here. If you just listen to me this one time, all I need you to do is listen to me once. We can get out of here safely. I have a lot of things to say to you, and I need to repay you somehow. And I wish to do that right now by sparing your lives. Please, everyone, gather in one small unit so that we can all get out of here.
Captain Bonus. Dang, everyone condenses.
Okay, and then I'm going to ship in the bottle. Me, C4, the girl, the whole army task. And the ex-Navy were gone, right?
They're already out in the water.
They're-
So the
Yeah.
whole war faction is also going to be shipped in a bottle.
Final roll call. 28 to get everyone
You
together.
gotta give me some sort of bonus because I rolled so well on
A
that.
bang bonus.
Sure.
I hope
Not
that
bad.
missile is deep enough that it just doesn't go off, because I want to use that.
Yeah. All at once, you just ship in the bottle.
All right.
You got everyone in there, and it's just you on an empty island virtually.
What?
I open a door, and then I open another door, and I'm on my ship. I'm like, wow, it's so peaceful over here. Nothing's happened.
King Goro and Tony Kalaga are just on their resting chairs, and they both look over at you. And
We
they're
do that thing where Spade's like, he's like this, with blood like all over his hands, and then I'm gonna turn to them and be like,
Rock is just gonna look at you and just shake his head. Apollo didn't really like. Apollo was like kind of disturbed, but he's trying to read it at the same time. So you just see him like going like,
Dude, everyone's like trying to act like nothing happened.
Apollo's like, I have seen some horrible.
It's peaceful here, but I must pay for my earlier actions. And then I go to the ship in a bottle realm with everyone in there. I'm like, ladies, gentlemen of Nuke Town Island, you're home, and all your uranium is gone. And that is partially to do with me. Me and my men came here to try and sort things out peacefully with you. But as it turns out, not everyone is able to be talked down. Some people are just too thick-skinned, too stubborn to not be able to see that there's a solution to anything with words. My men, C-4's, Spade, even Slater. They're all walking weapons. They're all dangerous. But for me, my weapons are my words. And I wish to come at you peacefully always. Please. I'm not asking you to join the Navy or anything, but I'm asking you to live at peace. Find a new home. We'll have homes for you either on Citadel Island, or Citadel City, or what was the other place called?
Oh, the others.
From the Helheim?
Oh, or Ghoul Island?
Or Ghoul Island. We have options for homes. I want you to find peace. If you feel as though there's a war that you need to fight for justice, join my new Navy. However, do not. I try to lead as best as I can, and I try not to give in to my impulses. I'm still human. I failed. Today, I killed your high priest. And I apologize. But that just shows you that we all make mistakes. I am no deity who rules over you with an iron fist. I just want you to be happy and peaceful. Do with that what you will.
Bro's the next Shakespeare.
That's not bad.
This is like 19. A lot of the
Plus a
people are,
strategist bonus.
a lot of people are like very concerned about the fact that you just killed their high priest.
Just as I told him for a +5 mentor bonus.
Yeah, all right. Okay, never mind. A lot more of them are more positive about it now, but a lot of they don't necessarily want to become a fighting force.
Oh
Like,
no, I just want them
but
to
they
know.
do. They are willing to get removed, like taken to another place. I also rolled a very specific roll, and when you mentioned that uranium is all gone, after like the people kind of like are aboarded the ship. The old Navy guys get onto. It's a very awkward boat ride, but C4 like walks out from the mech and he goes, "You're not gonna believe this. The bomb that I lit, it was a
dud?
Yeah, it was a fluke. But
Collective face palms from.
Well, it's a
But-
good thing we left a bomb on the weird carcass of whatever that thing was.
like the populace goes, huh? Yeah. Then C4 goes, but on another note, we got that massive mech that we can actually farm for uranium. If we wanted to, we can use it for some sort of defensive capability. I mean, we can just keep the mech. It's cool.
Well, does that mean that their home island isn't destroyed?
Basically.
No.
Except you just took them all from the island.
Do you guys want to go back?
Yeah!
Okay, then I ship in the bottle then.
They all
But we keep the mech. We keep the mech.
yeah, but the other question is, the nuke is still there, so,
So let's.
And then I tell them, I say, live peacefully and tranquilly, and do your best to honor your god.
they all like cheer, and they leave, and they go back, and then you hear some collective, oh my god! Yeah, they're like, he was real! And this one goes, but wait, that's just mechanical. It was fake the whole time!
Okay, cool. It was fake.
Oh yeah, no, it was not. It was a mechanical slug
Gotcha.
guy. It was not a real
Oh, yes.
person. Also, the swamp monster just happened to be on your ship too.
What the?
Yeah, you see this large like swamp monster just sitting there and goes, "Hey guys,
You want to be friends with Owlie?
sure." The swamp monster daps up Owlie, and the two of them just start playing cards together.
Rufus
Oh,
just
not
looks at
another one!
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God!
Rufus looks at Heath. To think we're about to slaughter such a good friend.
Do we have an
thank you.
do we have an
I know,
end
right?
cutscene with the mysterious man with a wolf mask?
No.
No.
You have to get a 30 from Dr. Wolf to show up. Stop rolling for it! But
Anyways, before the
I do.
before the $1 of the cult leader group guys leave, so I know we killed your father and your brother. Not really great, but I think you should join the Navy,
No.
just like your father. You know,
No,
we're gonna
A million berries a day. I mean, a year.
Okay.
A million berries a year. Captain and charisma.
and I'm involved too.
6. She just shakes her head and she goes, I'm gonna
With
be
the
out.
mentor bonus too?
It doesn't. She's just like, she shrugs and goes,
That's like
Maybe-
a 19.
maybe one day.
Okay.
For right now, I want to work on rebuilding my people.
Please do it peacefully.
Well,
Please don't become a god.
also-
Just in case, I'm going to hand her a jacket, and it's a jacket that used to be her father's.
She looks at it and she nods her head. I appreciate that.
He was a
She's-
good man before he became whatever that was.
Yeah. Well,
Do you ever feel conflicted?
sometimes. My father was a
Here, take one of these two. I'm going to give her a little
tough
dended
man,
emoji.
but he was a good man sometimes. He was a caring father and cared for his people. Just too bad he had to listen to whatever that freakish creature was.
All right. I place you in charge of Nuke Town Island?
Yes.
I place you in charge of Nuke Town Island. You are hereby protected by the new Navy. Again, sorry about the casualties. I just can't stand people who won't converse. And I gave into an impulse.
That's fair.
He also wanted to basically have you guys all die in that last battle
Yeah,
anyways,
pretty much.
so.
You were gonna die.
Oh. Wow. Well, I'll talk to you at a later point. We'll converse later. She walks off, just like shaking her head, like, what?
If you ever need us, we're only one bang away.
Understood. I'll know that when I hear bang, I'll know that it's from you. Until next time, Captain Cook.
Can we use part of your land as an outpost?
No.
I mean, we already have one there,
Well, I
so.
mean, technically, yes, I guess.
Please?
I mean, sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna station 15 men.
The younger one.
15 pacifist men.
As
Interesting.
as
But
you
we'll
guys-
keep all the old ones. They'll stay
also,
on the
question. So, what are you? First off, what are you gonna do about that nuke? Are you just gonna keep it there?
No, we'll grab it one day.
I mean, that's what the 15 men are there for.
I
That's
want it
hard
now.
the nuke.
When Quinn Cook
I
needs
want-
it,
That's fair.
I will open a door and I will ship in the bottle of the nuke and ship in the bottle it back.
That's kind of fun.
I will retrieve it.
Oh,
when
which we
need
could
it.
have done from the start, which you did not do.
Well, you didn't ever explain where it was.
All right. So,
No one was ever down there.
I could.
Does
I can
anyone-
only go if I don't know where it is. I need to be able to see it.
does anyone have any interactions with any NPCs right before I do my in cut?
I know I have one, but I will wait for other people.
Spade.
Hockey training.
Yeah, alright.
Would I be able to
Mentor
join
bonus.
into that hockey training?
Absolutely.
Me as well.
You all
It goes-
suck. No, actually, truth be told, all of you are extremely tired after
There
that
is.
insanity.
I wanted to ask Ryan to teach me the stuff that he learned.
That, and I'm not really good
His-
at explaining hockey to other people. I'm just like, no, it's not whoosh. It's whoosh.
Because
Got a base.
the anti-devil fruit stuff and the sea stone stuff that playing perfectly with my fights with Myerson.
Okay.
What is that strength?
All right.
Stride just booms. Oh, that hit the thing.
Okay.
Well, that's
Do you like how I
completely-
dropped Slater when you weren't there?
That's
Yeah,
antithetical.
that was
though, 'cause you have
beautiful.
so many
That's why I had that
benefits,
like
though.
the reaction. I was like,
Well, oh dang.
If
okay.
I thought him in
32.
the way of
That was
sea
good.
stone,
Well, no,
wouldn't
he's
that
trying to
interact
learn
with-
more about the capabilities of what Myerson can do. Having
32.
That ability.
Oh,
of course
yeah.
it was while he wasn't there. Like, ugh.
And you're like,
I cannot beat.
you're like, no, but you're like, okay, I understand it better.
Okay. I do have a question.
Yes.
Do I get like the upgrades, like the plus HP, different class, that thing,
What do you mean?
like the progression stuff?
He beat Myerson. He's asking if he gets something there.
We'll discuss about that after.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I gather together. Let's see. I gather together Admiral Beckett because he's seen massive amounts of power before in his career.
Yep.
And I also grab Rufus because he's familiar with exotic things. And I grab Heath because I want him to observe and learn because I'm a good parent who involves their son.
That's awesome.
And I also grab C4 because he's familiar with bombs.
Okay.
And I gather everyone together, and we've got the missile just in the middle of the table. And we're all at the missile. And
He just goes to touch it.
I smack Heath's
No.
hand.
And then he's like, oh yeah, that might be a bad idea.
And I say to everyone, oh, actually, did we? Is the other vice admiral that we met with us as well?
Yeah,
For
he would
the
be.
moment he is. But once you
Okay.
guys get to like Citadel Island or something, he'll have other things that
Okay.
he'll probably be doing.
So I bring him. He's there too then.
Yeah.
Oh, and all of you privates who are from the island, before you get too far, you're all promoted. You're all captains now. You've been serving for a long time. You shouldn't be privates anymore.
Yeah, after 20
Do
years.
I get a promotion?
No.
Oh.
I didn't see you do anything.
I
They have been fighting for 20 years.
communicated with the captain.
They've been fighting for 20 years.
Okay, I can see it.
So
You're also a Commodore now. Since they're all captains, you're like way above that,
Commodore.
so.
Commodore Quinn. Okay. Anyways, jackboot.
So, I say, when we were on the island, Vice Admiral, the other Vice Admiral,
Chris Vega. Was that his name?
Sam
Yeah,
Vega.
Sam.
Admiral Vega. Although, yeah, you said this missile could be on the level of doing something like killing a pirate king. It just so happens that we're interested in that kind of weapon. I thought I'd bring you all here so we could talk about the possibilities of this device.
Oh, absolutely. This device in particular will be capable of if Barry were to be on an island, you could shoot this thing on that island. There's nothing he could do about it. It works so fast. It's almost impossible to predict. And we've kept it extremely low profile. Virtually no one should be able to know about it besides maybe this new navy you talk about. But no one had ever tried to specifically come to the island and take it from us. Up until the point where you guys visited and found out about it. So
I have a very big and ridiculous question out of character. For the nuke, would it be possible with the knowledge that I have about devil fruits and his cooking experience and maybe C4's technical experience, is there any way we could ever try to go about creating our own devil fruit and making the nuke into a devil fruit to be consumed by someone?
We'll never know until we try.
oh my.
My point exactly.
Are you trying to make it to roll to turn the nuke
What?
into
Hold
a
on.
devil fruit?
Let's bring Tony Kellogg in here with this.
Yeah,
He's
he's
the
a
Okay,
bomb
bring in
expert.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony's-
And we
he's
get
shipwright.
since it was created in the X Navy, we get the X Navy bonus.
Now, are we rolling to see if we can do that, or to see if we could look into that in the future?
Look into it in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just
We need
having
a lot of
You
research
have like a
on
panel of experts that are
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just
we got
respectively.
my,
we're just respectfully looking at it right now.
29 solid
So,
without
yeah.
bonuses. You guys like all you guys put your heads together and you guys are like,
Me with my
would it be
strategist bonus.
if we're
Me
able
with
to
my
turn
ex-Navy
if we're
bonus
able
looking at
if
this
we're
ex-Navy
able to
technology.
do insane feats such as turning a devil fruit into a bunch of jam and give it to multiple people, is it capable of turning an explosive device as powerful as this and turn its capabilities into a devil fruit? And with like all your thought processes and all your thinking, if you were capable of finding the island that devil fruits can be harvested from, and you learn the secrets of the trade, as there is one in my verse, you could turn this nuke into a devil fruit.
Would we have to destroy the nuke in the process?
You would have to. There's a lot of things you would have to do. From your guys' speculation, there's a very high chance you would have to detonate the explosive just as a person were to eat what in Rufus's research as he's discovered is known as a blank fruit. So the blank fruit is something that is extremely rare. Probably almost it's about as rare as the god fruit, and can only be found on the island which the devil fruits were first found on.
Then I know where we're going next.
Beckett does not know where we're going. Actually, unironically, it does. Oh dang!
I do have a
It
question.
does kind of go along with the next episode. But we'll get to that.
Does this thing that we've discovered play into the god fruit?
Just Spain figure it out with the strategist bonus. I don't
Not
think any of us
quite.
would. Nope, I do not figure it out. I'm retarded.
There's. I will say that like the god fruit is very closely connected to the one place you guys will have to go to find the blank fruit, which is unironically.
Can't wait to eat the god.
It kind of fits in with what the next episode is all about.
I like your thinking, but it might not be necessary. If all we have to do is shoot the thing, then I think at least we now have one viable strategy for taking down the Pirate King. And the more we can find, the better.
But if we turn it into a devil fruit, per se, we could have one person who can do that multiple times. And not only that, we can, since it would become a devil fruit, we can also introduce it. One, it's just completely uncharted territory. We could mark something new that has never been seen before.
I don't trust devil fruit.
And then the captain would be able to use those capabilities as well.
Bring the captain in here.
Captain, get in here.
And then just the elevator just slowly going down.
It breaks. Tony, get on that. Thank you.
Wait,
I haven't slept in 3 weeks.
I thought we were in the ship. Where are we?
Oh, I thought we were leaving the nuke in the.
I thought we brought it onto the ship.
No,
I'm going to.
You could just bring it. You could have just been like, I want to look at it.
This could be 3 days after.
It would make sense if it's still in the bunker.
Are you trying to awaken your fruit? You have to get a nat 30.
I'm going to realize the true capabilities of the repulse.
You're trying to awaken the repulse.
And
Bro.
the fruit.
What? 2? Get a 30. See what
Plus 5
happens.
devil fruit bonus.
Nope. Nope.
How would I not get it?
Tilted.
You don't. You have the.
That hit my
Nope.
foot.
No, it did not. Nope.
So,
Thank the Lord.
I'm gonna realize that the stack means more than one fruit.
You.
Tony and Sam.
Wait, are we
Since-
still on the pod?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, I actually have to go though, Bob.
I know.
Okay.
Soon we're almost done.
Sam and Tony, what would we need to build to be able to fire this thing? Is this in our budget? How soon? I should
what's
say
this?
how
Harold?
soon? How soon can we get something built to fire this on the ship?
It would not take them long. All you need is some sort of launcher.
Alright.
It's basically just a compact explosive in a missile form. You can make a bazooka out of almost anything. I'm sure C4 probably has 30 in his closet. Right, C4? C4 just goes, yeah, I have actually 50.
And Jackwood says, well, there you have it.
The capability is right before your very eyes.
We'll leave it up to the captain to decide whether we use it in a conventional way or not. We could turn one nuke into infinite nukes if we wanted to.
Try the fruit idea.
Yeah, I don't really care.
We'll see what comes first.
All right.
Worst case
That-
scenario, we'll just nuke and destroy the
Without
island.
further ado, if no one has any more...
I do.
Okay,
And
alright.
whoever
I said
using the
I
blue-
said
Yeah,
I
I
wanted to
know,
go first.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I forgot.
So I go up to
That's-
my boys.
There's like one more up.
We're on the crow's nest. It's Harold and Harry, and instead of bringing tuna toothpaste porridge, we just have a big bowl of spaghetti. And we're eating it as the sun goes down. It's a cloudy night, so you can't really see it. You just see rays like coming through the clouds. And I'm like, boys, I know you have this image of a perfect man doing whatever is right. But I'm still human. I still mess up and I still make mistakes. Today, I know you both witnessed me ending a man's life today. I let my impulses get the best of me, and I get upset. It's not very often that no one listens at all, and it's not very often that people prefer casualties over agreements. So, I just wanted to let you know that I still have my shortcomings. I'm not the perfect man that you might paint me out to be. I still fail. I still mess up. I don't want you to hold that against me. So, my boys, know that as I try to raise you, I also am living this life for the first time and will continue to make mistakes. Also, Harry, make sure the public knows we have a huge effing nuke. This is unfair. This is an unfair advantage. No. Harry, I want you to call Mayor Jim. Let him know about the huge missile that we just took.
Well, okay, Dad. Feels kind of like a bad decision to me.
No.
You're the captain.
This James pulled up.
Nope.
Think about this. The old Navy was sitting on a huge nuke, and what could have happened? Hundreds of people could have died. It's only fair if we let everyone know.
You don't hear anything, but you feel rumbling from the kitchen.
Rumbling.
Actually, I personally, I call on Harry's Nindenbushi, I call Mayor Jim. Mayor Jim? Mayor Jim.
Yes.
We have an island-destroying weapon,
Okay.
and it's only fair that you let everyone know. Because in the unforeseen events that we are hijacked, and a weapon of that level is unleashed on anyone on an island, it will be completely on us. Because we did not let anyone know that we were harvesting such power.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, give me a second. I got some other.
Make sure you release that in the press
Oh,
conference.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
All right. And then I look at my boys and I give them noogies, and I'm like, Harold,
Yeah.
what did you think about becoming a cook?
About becoming a cook? You mean like
Like
Jackboot or like you?
Like Owly. And
Like Owly?
Harry.
You mean
And like
you wanna
me.
You wanna adopt me? Me too? Not him? Me?
Hey, Harold.
I mean, not just him and me. I mean,
I want us to
you
be...
love me?
Of course, Harold.
You're the best dad ever.
And then I make him clean up the deck.
He cries to himself and says,
Make sure you do 20 reps of 405 on the bench tomorrow.
What a horrible father, he says to himself. But with that, what we're going to do with the ending cinematic is, Heath.
Oh boy. Oh.
As you're sitting down, C4 walks down and goes, hey, Heath.
And before he talks to him, he just gives him a huge hug and just kind of like, man, I thought you were gonna die there, dude.
I thought I was going to die too. Hey man, I want to let you know I really appreciate you. And look, I'm not like suicidal or anything. I thought of it as a necessary,
sacrifice.
Anyways, I fixed up that bomb I was talking to you about. I kind of modded it a little bit. Let's go to the top of the ship, and I want to show you what it can do. Come on.
Okay.
And he runs up, to the top deck. And at this point, the clouds kind of moved over to a point where there's a moment before the more clouds come in where it's like it's like peaceful and dark. And C4 looks up and he goes, okay, watch this. And he throws the bomb up, and you watch as it rockets forward up into the sky, and it explodes. And as it does so, you see spelled out in letters it says, "The real fam." And it has, and all at once, the explosions begin to accelerate in like a machine gun fire.
Yeah.
Every single explosion is a member of the crew.
Oh.
And C4 like smiles to himself and goes, I call that one my masterpiece.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. If I ever do something stupid and suicidal again, promise me you stop me from doing that.
Yeah.
Unless it's absolutely necessary, of course.
I'll still stop you.
No. All right, Keith. To a new beginning. Right?
Yep.
We've got new technology. We've got another dub. Spade is not going to intervene.
I'm not intervening with this.
What?
I'm gonna call James and tell him my people.
All right, nope, that doesn't
Yes, I
happen.
remember
All
his
right,
number.
well, shout out to you, Goda. Thank you for
Shout out you, Goda.
shout out you, Goda. Thank you for listening to episode 7. And yeah, what a fun time. Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.